Karate Combat 51. We are live here pit side from beautiful Fort Lauderdale, Southern Florida. Current fight is a banger. Jay Durand in there throwing haymakers. Shmuel, how we looking as we dive into this fight?
Oh, this has been an excellent fight so far. We're at the end of round 3 right now. Jay Durand showing really good kickboxing, good work from the clinch. She's landed a couple good knees up the middle. Navadinejad definitely a step behind, but showing her toughness and her grit, and really kind of coasting by on just raw athleticism. This is definitely a barn burner, and I do think Navadinejad is going to need to finish here.
Beautiful, beautiful. We love to see it. Yes, we're getting rolling here. We're right next to the IFC booth as well. Big shout out to everything that they are doing here. Apologies for starting a little bit late. We were just making sure that the camera angle was good for y'all, and it looks beautiful here tonight. So, key to this fight for each fighter, what do they need to focus on?
Well, right now, I think Navadinejad needs to get the finish. I think Jay Durand's landed more volume, more impactful strikes. She's been the forward aggression, so Navadinejad needs to go for broke as we end into the final seconds of the round.
All right. Fighters returning to their quarters. It's a packed house in here tonight. You can see the audience here just surrounding. I mean, there's hundreds of people inside of this wonderful airplane hangar that they built this in. Giant American flag on the wall, as you can see as well. Things are looking good. Let's go ahead. I'm going to mirror this video real quick to actually fix that for the audience. Perfect. Oh, actually, let me mirror that back. Okay. I think we're looking good there. All right.
And in the corner of Navadinejad there, that's actually James Vick, the Texecutioner, who was formerly top 10 in the UFC. And he trains a lot of fighters here at Karate Combat. And he's also competed in the pit as well.
Very nice. Very nice. And for the decision?
I imagine this will easily be Jay Durand.
Easy win for the favorite. 86% of the betting dollars were on her. Jade Durand, winner by unanimous decision. A lot of fights here tonight. This was a long fight list.
Absolutely, yeah. No, there's a lot of great fights. It's a stacked card. A lot of Karate Combat's best coming out. Really exciting night. They're debuting the super heavyweight division. So they'll have Robelis de Spain, and he's going to be going against Dominique Young-Jacek, the Polish Tower, who stands at 6'11", and will debut as the tallest fighter in Karate Combat history.
6'11" is absolutely crazy. I'm excited to see this giant of a man get into the pit. You know, just like always at every Karate Combat, the celebs are out. George St. Pierre.
Oh, yeah.
Gracing us along with Boss Rutten.
Yep, that's a hell of a commentary team. Hopefully we can do half the job they do.
We're going to do our best. I've seen many others. Nick from Choose Rich. Nick is here with P.O., of course. So many others. And this wonderful IFC booth next to us, led by George from Cryptos R Us, who's not here tonight, but I do see a lot of his crew hanging out, pulling in some speakers as well.
Saw Mike O'Hearn in the ring earlier.
Yes.
Patrick Bet-David. I think I heard this was actually his hangar.
Yeah. I don't know if you saw. He's the sponsor. I guess maybe it is his hangar. Yeah. The Bet-David VIP Lounge.
Yep. So shout out. How are we even going to do that?
All right. Very excited people all around the ring gesturing. You'll see some of them coming into the frame here and there, but we are really excited for this next fight that's coming up here. By the way, the stats on that last fight, you can see the total strikes of 178 strikes to 128 for Sabah, and you had many kicks coming through here and just a lot of domination time by Jay Durand.
Yeah, Jay Durand's
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, this is backup plan.
Yeah.
The shot's not bad.
Yeah, I saw that. I thought you guys were real fans.
Is that title lifting a 4K camera?
That is, yeah.
That's fucking insane.
You gotta mirror the shot.
Okay, yeah. Let me mirror it.
It's in your settings.
One sec, I know where it is.
There you go.
All right. Next fight up, we got Loxby Montalvan, who's actually the striking coach over at the Goat Shed, which is President Austin's gym. And he's going to be fighting Israel Gonzalez, 4-2 pro MMA fighter. 3 of those wins coming by KO. Definitely prefers to keep things on the feet, swinging and banging. And this should be a good one.
Looking good, looking good. By the way, I'm also happy if people are in here, if you're dropping comments. I think we'll see some of those comments coming through. If you're on Twitter, if you're on other areas, of course, we've tweeted it out. Go ahead and give that a share for us as well. Wow. You love to see it. We're almost at 1,000 viewers already.
Let's go. I'm glad you guys were excited to hop on. We got a huge night of fights coming up.
It is loud in here, as I'm sure some of you can hear from the back.
There's Wolf's private jet outside.
Yes, one of 3, actually. All right. Talk to us about these fighters in the ring.
So I'm really high on Loxby Montalvan. He's coming off a really good performance at KC 50. He's got really, really crisp striking. He's undefeated in combat sports prior to his entry into karate combat. And he keeps showing us why he is one of the best competitors in karate combat. Israel Gonzalez, his nickname's El Machete, 4-2 in MMA. No stranger to the big stage. He just recently fought in Uriah Faber's promotion called A1 Combat. And he trains out of Warrior Camp MMA. And not too long ago, he became a father. And oh my God, Loxby Montalvan with an absolutely brutal finish. A knockdown to the ground and pound. And he just breaks Israel Gonzalez. What was that, 1 minute inside the first round?
Yeah, right about.
Nuts. That is a dangerous man right there, folks.
The red corner, back to back.
That fight never even had a chance to get started. Absolute brutality there.
I mean, hold it for even if we turn off the noise escalations and then you hear the crowd, you're not going to hear it. You can take this in. You can hear it.
Awesome. All right. Super stoked to check this out. Bearish Bull. This is Patrick Bet David's hangar that he just did the election results out of. That is correct.
Yes, sir. There we go. Thank you for confirming that, because up until you just said that, that was a rumor, but now we know it's true. All right, folks. Easy win there for Loxby. And that should bring him to either 4-0 in karate combat now. So this guy's working his way up to a title shot. Going to make a pretty good argument for himself.
Completely agree. It's going strong. It's going strong.
And it's nice to see him with a knockout. He had a bunch of decisions prior to that. He did recently train with Alex and Eileen Pereira before the KC Salt Lake City card. So maybe he picked up some techniques there, you know?
Shout out to Noah from Moby Media, by the way, who is going to blast this stream out everywhere. We appreciate you letting us stream this on Moby Media. That's helping bump these viewers up right now. And thank you as well to Gustavo Pacheco. Great sports, great commentaries. Let's go.
I like that guy. He's handsome and smart.
He's handsome, smart, and sexy. Hope everybody's enjoying this shot. Tonight we weren't able to bring you the original Karate Combat feed, but we think we brought something just as good with a 4K direct shot into the pin at all times, so you can see everything that is going on here. And of course, You can just see our beautiful faces. You can see this lovely crowd behind us. Everything going so swell. There's an open hangar door behind us as well. We can just say hi in between rounds, give it a quick wave, and we'll pop us back into that corner for y'all. Keep the excitement going here. So going into this Karate Combat 51, what was the most exciting fights for you that we've yet to see?
I am super freaking hyped for the debut of the super heavyweight division and the debut of Robelis de Spain. He's a 6'7", bronze medalist, Olympian Taekwondo martial artist. He's going to be coming into the pit after 3 fights in the UFC. His second, third, and fourth fight combined in his MMA career were a total of 19 seconds.
Jesus
a total
Christ.
of 19 seconds. He has the fastest MMA knockout in North American history. And
How fast?
I think it was 4 seconds. Within that
What did
compilation,
they do? Run into his fist?
I think he threw a high kick as the guy charged him.
Jesus Christ.
All of his fights are on YouTube. I watched his entire career while I had my morning coffee, and I was only about halfway done by the time the reel was finished. So, Robelis de Spain versus Dominique Young-Jacek. I'm calling it right now. That fight will be over in under 90 seconds. You heard it here first.
Sorry. All right. Who do we have walking into the pit right here?
So this is Adam Rosa Ramos. He is 0-2 in the KC pit, although he did have 2 very tough fights against 2 top-level guys. He runs the Team Rosas Karate Dojo. They've been open for many years. It's run by his family. He's very dynamic. He likes to use the pit wall for jumping and spinning attacks, and he's pretty much done so in all of his KC fights so far. He trains in a Shotokan-style karate. He hails from the Dominican Republic. He's 32 years old, standing at 5'11", and he's got a 77-inch reach. And interestingly enough, his last fight was actually at heavyweight, and his first fight was against Sam Alvey. So this fight will be at catch weight, slightly below that weight.
I'm assuming it didn't go very well against Sam Alvey.
No, Sam Alvey TKO'd him. But that's
Yeah.
the champ, folks.
That
That's
is the champ. Shout out to Smiling Sam Alvey. Oh boy, it's pumping in here.
Oh, it's always a party at these things.
This is a party.
Did you get a peek at Shaziv Arind over there? He's got a perfect replica of Prez's outfit.
Wow.
Oh, and on the right side over here, we have Jaden Anon, who just came out. He's a very, very accomplished striker. 3 times unified world champion, WBC and WMC. He actually did a brief stint in MMA. On his, he had 7 fights on his record. It was 4 amateur, 3 pro fights. Had a 5-2 record, 4 knockouts. So pretty impressive. He was the 80% betting favorite in this fight on the KC betting app, where you can use your KC crypto to pick the winners of these fights. He has a 35-8 Muay Thai record, and he trains out of Strikeforce Boxing Gym. He hails from Queensland, Australia. Seeing a lot of really high-level kickboxers coming out of that part of the world right now. And interestingly enough, he worked in security before he became a fighter, and he got scouted for a reality show. Have you ever heard of Married at First Sight?
I have not. Is it what is it?
So I had never heard of it either. I did a little research. Apparently, it's very popular. Serena watches it all the time. I think I was talking to Allie this morning. She told me she heard of it. So apparently, it's a show where guys go on and they marry girls that they meet for the first time. And he was one of the guests on season 9. So I believe the marriage did not work out. I don't think he's still married currently.
Back to fighting.
Yeah, back to fighting. But fun story.
Get back in the gym, soldier.
Yes. I have a prediction that he'll be a lot better at striking than he was at that marriage.
All right. Well, these fighters are about to get back into the pits. Adam Rosa Ramos, standing at 5'11", weighing in at 199 pounds. He's got a leg reach of 40 inches and an arm reach of 76.8 inches. Who's favored in this one?
Anod. Anod's an 80% betting favorite.
Jaden Anod fighting out of the red corner, weighing in at 200 pounds, standing 6 feet 2 inches tall, 41.5 inch leg reach, 78.5 inch arm reach. I believe he's a little bit younger as well, right?
I believe Anod is the older athlete.
Oh,
Anod's
interesting.
over 40.
Good looking 40-year-olds.
Yeah, Rosas is only 32.
Here they come. time to face
You know
the
what?
opposition.
I read it on Tapology that he was born in the 70s, and I'm looking at him now, and I'm just assuming that Tapology is wrong.
Yeah, I think they're wrong.
Yep.
That man ain't 40.
Yep. Nope. Not even close. Age unknown.
All right. Fighters feeling each other out a little bit. High kick thrown by Anon.
So expect a lot of kicks coming from Anod's direction. Expect a lot of range striking, distance striking, but he's not afraid to mix it up in the pocket. So if the fight does get there, and that's a huge drop from Rosas. Anod off balance by the shots. Anod pulls his guard. Rosas looking for some ground and pound. Anod is clinching him. He's pulling down on the back of his head. The ref is allowing this to continue for now. Rosas trying to posture up, and the ref will stand them back up. Very strong start for the 4-1 underdog or 5-1 underdog Rosas there with the knockdown in the first round. Beautiful spinning kick from Anod, follows up with a hook. Rosas counters. They're fighting out of the clinch now. Anod lands some nice knees. Rosas pushes him into the corner. Anod again pulling out that guard. Rosas trying to frame up. Anod doing a good job not letting him create space, and the ref stands them up again.
Yes, and a couple of questions right here. You can bet on crypto. This is Karate Combat. You are encouraged to bet using the Karate token inside of the Karate app. Download the free Karate Combat app at any time. And thank you as well. Shout out to Usher Tunick, congratulating MMA pickers.
Pink limo party. Let's go.
Pink limo party.
Shout out to Ray. Oh, that's
And we just broke through 2,000 viewers. Thank you. If you're watching this, please feel free
Ray
to share
got a
it
shout
out.
out, dude.
Drop
Somebody
a
shout
comment
out
for
Ray
us.
in the comments.
Asher,
Asher.
Big shout out to Baba.
we love Asher.
Oh, that's great.
All right. Fighters backing each other down. Ooh, another high kick followed up by a right swing.
And Rosas doing a really good job staying in his face. He's not doing anything fancy. He's using nice pressure boxing and just sticking him every time he spins, every time he jumps. And we got some downward elbows from the bottom of the wall position from Anod, but Rosas doing a good job smothering him. The wall position is not considered the same as being downed on the ground, so the ref will allow for more time for the top control fighter to posture up.
Referee tonight sweating more than the fighters. These guys are in good shape.
For real. I mean, he's been out here for 3 fights already. Guys putting in work, and these lights, they're pretty bright.
These are the brightest. All right, let's see if we can get some action here. Little feint of the knee kick. Rosas shakes his head and gives a little punch to his own face.
Rosas looks tough as nails in there. I haven't even seen him flinch.
Ooh, Rosas takes a mean kick
Acknowledges
to the
that
body.
one.
Wow! And it is over, ladies and gentlemen.
Anod puts his lights out. Oh my
He
God.
is out. Absolutely out.
Wow.
Rosas lying down, and they are lifting the legs.
And he pulls the Triple H. Wow. Absolutely incredible. That was brutal. And I would even argue he was losing the fight up until that point.
Yeah, it was pretty close. I don't think anyone had made too much decisive moves, but he certainly had taken a knockdown or two. But yeah, this is not looking too pretty.
Absolutely nasty left hook following the switch kick feint.
Rosas is out. They are performing a little bit. Oh no, not
They're
CPR.
just lifting his feet so they can get some blood flow into his head.
Yeah, there's a medic leaning down, listening. So it seems like he is breathing for sure and speaking potentially a little bit as well.
Yeah, this is common practice when somebody gets knocked out.
Holy moly!
That
All right,
was
more medics coming on in.
insane. And they're bringing a stretcher out into the pit. Hopefully Rosas is okay and it's nothing too serious. Never want to see somebody get injured. All these guys are warriors, obviously, here to give us a show.
Oh my, they are bringing in the board.
Wow. Brutality.
You can see, if you're looking on our stream, you can see there's a big screen as well up in the back. You can see a little bit of what's going on there. You can see the fighters walking around in the pit. Try not to show too much of the unfortunate scenario on our stream live. We got the fighter coming over, the winner. Chatting over here on the time
Savage.
sideline a little bit.
Savage. That was
Woo, that got me shook.
savagery.
That got me shook. Wow. As John Gruden would say, got me feeling nicey. Good Lord. Good Lord. Do we know who's coming up next yet? It's always a little hit or miss, right?
I believe the Gabriel Varga Andreas Madera fight is next, according to the schedule.
Yeah, reminder, and I'm going to show
But
people here.
It is a little hit or miss
I
sometimes.
do recommend going ahead and downloading this Karate Combat. Here, actually, can go ahead and show y'all on the
Yep.
stream right
And
here.
you'll actually get 88 karate token for signing up.
Yeah,
So you
can
get some
see
free betting money.
right here. We do have the current fights that are going on. You can see the locked-in percentages based on who bet what. We can scroll down and go ahead and check out the current fight where they did have 81% of the money was on Jaden, and 81% of the money was winning right there. So you can just kind of scroll through and take a look. You can see I bet all my tokens currently. I got to buy some more tokens, but that just gives you an idea of what's going on here. Jay Duran did end up with 75% of the money on here, and she won. Loxby had 83% on him, and he's won. Jaden had 81% on him, and he's won. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy.
Yeah, nuts.
They already fought?
No, not yet. Very
Okay.
excited for that one. That's my fight. That's my pick for fight of the night. Well, it's hard to call it fight of the night when it's only going to last 90 seconds. But
Yeah. So these are my fighters that I've been picking. So it looks like I am so far 3 for 3 right there.
did you pick any of the IFC fighters?
I did. I also picked Payson. So I'm
Very
4 for 4.
nice. Very nice. Yep.
How about that? Your boy's 4 for 4.
4 for 4 over
Listen,
here.
I won't take credit. I just bet the favorites, but you know how it is.
I hear you.
I also bet anybody that in their picture had multiple championship belts hanging over their shoulders. I just bet on them.
Got to be careful with those.
I don't know.
You might end up betting on an EFC champion to beat a UFC vet and lose your pants. You know what I mean?
No. Unfortunately, this is why I have you here. I have a genuine love for sports, and I'm learning. And Shmuel here is the expert, so I will let him educate when it comes to things like that. But holy cow! If you're just tuning in, we had a massive knockout here moments ago. Fighter Adam Roses is still down on the ground. They have brought in a stretcher and strapped him onto the stretcher, and they are taking all the precautions to make sure that he makes it healthily out of this pit while we wait for some of the next fights. Holy cow!
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that was. Listen, it's a bummer to see that though.
Yeah, you never want to see a guy actually get
I love a
hurt
good
like
knockout.
that.
I like
The
seeing him pop
kick
right
was
back up.
beautiful. You want to see that, but exactly. You want to see everybody go home happy, healthy, ready to fight and entertain again in the future.
All right, looks like they are about ready to take him out of the pits here. All right, medics are lifting the board. He's moving his arms around. He's talking. He's definitely, not knocked out cold any longer, but just taking all the precautions to make sure that he makes it to his next fight.
Which is fair. Obviously, we all want to see these guys compete again. And, I mean, holy crap, though. What a statement made by Jaden Anod.
Yes, and then there was one in the ring. Wow.
Beautiful.
Looking at some betting lines? What are we looking at?
Well, we got a good line on Chelmia versus Vergara. Chelmia comes in at a plus 150. Vergara's coming in at a minus 180. Cosmo Alexandre, who I'm very excited to see fight as well. One of the best kickboxers ever out of Brazil, fighting Igor de Castaneda. Cosmo's going to come in as a minus 460, but I'm going to take that action all day. And Andreas versus Varga is very good. Varga is a 6-time world champion coming in at a plus 186. I'd be remiss if I didn't throw a couple bucks down on that.
Making sure I get y'all the shot here as we continue to stream live.
Oh, nice.
Little post-fight interview here. Likely brought to you by Hedera, Up Gaming, Karate, or one of the other many sponsors and companies involved with karate combat.
Let's see who he calls out.
Oh. President Awesome. Calling out President Awesome.
That's a rough call out. You see that rear naked choke he had?
Yeah, you got to
In
be
the Luis
careful.
Martinez fight? Yeah, that guy can scrap, man.
Got to be careful with who you challenge out here. Here he comes, President Awesome, walking on up. Hey, Mitch, Theta Sniper, thanks for tuning into the stream. Thanks everyone for leaving the comments on here, hanging out with us as we do the post-fight interview stream. And we will have another fight coming up momentarily. That last fight was absolutely crazy. I recommend you don't tune away if you are on this right now.
That was beautiful.
Absolutely beautiful.
I have a feeling that's going to be the first of many tonight. Well, that wasn't even the first, but the first we had on stream at least.
Wow. Speaking of tokens, the market absolutely nuking here in after hours. Hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your crypto. Good Lord. Not a bad shot. You can see more of the crowd here as well as we turn the camera around. You can see over there, directly in our shot, George St. Pierre and Boss Rutan.
Yeah, GSP, I think even with a broken arm there, he could probably beat a couple of these guys.
Yeah, probably broke it like fighting a saber-tooth tiger or something, knowing him.
I want to meet that thing that broke GSP's arm.
Yeah,
that must be a
yeah.
terrifying force.
Immovable object meets unstoppable force. All right. We are going to rotate our camera angle back here to the pit for y'all. Go ahead and get that back down.
All right.
Into the pits.
Oh, we got all the smoke.
Little smoke for everybody. You can see the haze coming on up through here. Not real smoke, we will tell you, coming from us, maybe from others.
They don't want the smoke.
They don't want that smoke.
They don't want the smoke.
All right, there we go. I think we have that angle back properly done for y'all. Perfect. Perfect. So, MMA world, what's been the biggest news lately?
Oh, we got a ton of big news. January and February pay-per-views for the UFC were announced. We got Umar Nurmagomedov, who's going to be fighting Merab Dvalishvili in the co-main in January. The main event will be Islam Makhachev versus Arman Tsarukyan. This is a very long-anticipated matchup. The only person in the UFC who's had any level of success against Islam's wrestling since after his debut has been Arman Tsarukyan, and he did that during his own debut. So meeting him later after getting more experience, people are very excited and think that Arman might even have a chance to beat him. And then in February, we have my favorite fighter, Sean Strickland, who's hopefully going to be taking the belt off of Dricus du Plessis.
Yeah, Dricus is an interesting champ.
Yeah, I mean, he's a dog. People always underestimate him because he fights very awkward, but awkward works, especially when you're Dricus du Plessis. He absolutely melted Robert Whittaker with strikes. The judges gave him a very close battle over Sean Strickland, who really was walking through most of his other opponents. He choked out Israel Adesanya, which is something
Wasn't
that
a
nobody's...
particularly close fight.
The Adesanya fight? It was close until the fourth round,
Yeah.
I think. I think Adesanya might have even taken a couple of those rounds, but he choked him out. He caught him and he choked him out. That's the thing with Dricus. He always finds a way to get it done. So, but Sean never stops. He has a gas tank that never quits.
Yeah, Sean Strickland training together with one of my buddies, Keith, who recently won a fight as
That's
well.
right. Keith Berry trains the Extreme Couture.
Exactly.
And the fighter from earlier, the IFC fighter, Parisian, also trains out of Extreme Couture, it turns out.
Very nice, very nice.
Surprised
Fighters,
we didn't get Eric Nixick tonight.
fighters about to enter the pit here. Should
And
be another good one.
we have Gabriel Varga, who's a multiple-time world champion. This,
It's for me, technically. I was just, yeah, you can put it here. You put it here.
okay. Still in the fry. Gabriel Varga is a 6-time pro kickboxing world champion. He also competed in Bellator kickboxing. He was Glory champion twice as well. He was WKN champion, WKF champion as an amateur. He was at welterweight. He was the ISKA champion. He has a series of video tutorials called Strike Ready that are actually on sale now for the holidays, so go check those out. He also competed in a martial arts game show called the Ultimate Self-Defense Championship. Great. So all the episodes are on YouTube. And he comes from Canada. Trains in Shotokan. He has a 4th-degree black belt. And this will be his 4th fight in the pit. He's 2-1.
Takes a couple to the chin there.
And on the other side, we have Andreas Madera. Comes from Venezuela. He was the Pan American Karate Champion. He's incredibly fast. He was the Venezuelan National Karate Champion. He actually competed as a karateka for Venezuela in the Tokyo Olympics. He currently fills his time by training, competing, and teaching karate to the youth. And he's a pretty good grappling background, too. And his attacks tend to focus on misdirection and tempo. So you'll see rapid acceleration from him and a lot of feints. Those are the things that he excels at.
Let's see what we get here.
Wow. Good shot from Medeiros there. Varga doing good clinch work here. Medeiros with a beautiful toss. That almost looked like some judo. Vargas bouncing very nice, staying very light on his feet. Madera a little bit more flat-footed. Man, it seems to be managing the distance while Vargas will try to close it in. Vargas excels at Muay Thai, whereas Medeiros prefers karate. So you'll see a more blitzing style and a wider stance from Medeiros. Vargas has a more tight stance with a tight guard. Good shot from Medeiros there. And that's that tempo change we were talking about. Goes from 0 to 100 in the blink of an eye. Medeiros looking for his shot again. Vargas starting to show some swelling over that right eye.
Oh.
Vargas's guard holds through, and he looks like he's bleeding out of his nostril as well.
Yeah, definitely a little
But
bit.
there's very few men on this earth tougher than Gabriel Vargas.
And he gets taken down
Medeiros with the ground and pound.
to the back of the head a little bit. All right,
And
definitely
Vargas
some blood.
is split open over that right eye.
Yeah.
And he's bleeding out of that eyebrow, and he's bleeding out of that nose.
Yep. No marks really on Andreas just yet.
Good
Ooh.
right hand from Medeiros.
Yeah. Madera's just coming in hot.
Vargas looking for that left hook, swing and a miss. Follows up with the right.
10 seconds left in the round.
Vargas looking to close the distance, looking to back Medeiros into that corner. Madera looking to keep his range. Spinning back, this narrowly misses. Vargas lands a huge punch in the corner right at the end of the round. I would have to assume round one is going to go to Madera on damage. But I liked what I saw from Varga at the end of that round. It looked like he was starting to turn it around there. Let's see if he can carry that momentum into round two.
Yeah, he's definitely wearing that damage. Hopefully his team can get him cleaned up. Not a lot of time in between these rounds.
Absolutely. 60 seconds is hardly enough time to get over a beating like that. And we can see again there, a beautiful toss from the corner of Madera. And Vargas ended up straight on his back eating hammer fist. He was able to recover. Another nice sequence from Madera on the replay over there.
looks like it is getting even busier back here than it was earlier.
Oh yeah, this is quite the party here at the Bet David Airport hangar.
Care for a fry?
Of course. They always told me if it's free, take 2.
Indeed, my favorite 4-letter F word. All right, fighters back in the pit for round 2.
And
Really high guard here for Vargas.
absolutely, I think he been hit with a couple of those blistering punches from Medeiros. I need to take every precaution possible to protect that cut over his brow.
Wow.
And he blitzes him against the corner wall with a
6-punch
flurry of
combo.
straight punches.
And he's leaning on him on the wall.
And
The ref's
Medeiros
going to break it
uses
up.
that double underhook to take away the space, keep it chest to chest. Fighters back on their feet. Medeiros looks almost a little shook there. Vargas advancing forward despite the damage done as of thus far. Beautiful right hand from Medeiros. He's swinging wild right now. Vargas seems to negate most of the damage.
Yeah, great fight here.
Vargas leads in with the jab, comes in with the right hand, knocks him against the wall, gains top position. He's in the mount position. He's throwing elbows. Oh, Medeiros is going down.
Yeah, they're going to
Vargas
stand him up. They're going to
hitting him
stand
with
him up.
elbows, not
his
yet.
His knees are down. Wow.
And Medeiros pins him with his guard.
Don't see that one often.
No, you do not. But now Medeiros is cut open, or I'm not even sure. That might be Vargas's blood. But there's blood
I think he's cut
covering
open.
the face of Medeiros. Vargas looking for the kill. He can smell it. He's in the corner, lands a very nice leg kick, breaks the posture of Medeiros. Medeiros circles out, and Medeiros is absolutely
Holy
leaking.
cow. Just blood rolling down Medeiros' face.
Vargas gaining confidence, advancing forward, using that high guard to negate the blitzing attacks of Medeiros. Beautiful hook to lead in with Vargas, and he crashes in, closing the distance. Medeiros starting to breathe very heavy, lands a very nice right hand, but does not deter Vargas from advancing forward. Vargas lands a beautiful leg kick. 3 hooks from Medeiros.
Wow.
Followed by 2 more from Vargas. Vargas is chasing him around the ring, around the pit, excuse me. Beautiful left hook from Vargas, who immediately enters the clinch, pushes him into the wall, lands some nice ground and pound. He moves back into the mount. Now he's in half guard. He's looking for damage, landing damaging strikes. Passes the legs back into half guard, starts the tripod, and the ref stands them up.
Gabriel Varga having the time of his life out there.
Absolutely. Gabriel Varga coming alive. And you guys heard it here first. Plus 185 dog. I told you, Vargas, 6-time Muay Thai champion. Really like that line. And here he's getting Medeiros' business. And those 12-6 elbows are absolutely brutal from the side of Vargas. Medeiros looks like he's on his last legs here. He's going to need to do something big to turn this around. Vargas stacks him. Medeiros trying to maintain wrist control. And the ref breaks them up. Vargas has started to leak again a little bit from that right eyebrow, but Medeiros is barely standing.
Oh my God. Medeiros' entire jersey is covered in blood and he is stumbling. Holy cow, look at the gash on Gabriel Varga's eyebrow.
Yep. That's a nice swollen
I'm
orbital
going to tell you this. He doesn't look like he's feeling it much right now. He looks like he's feeling the adrenaline.
He's an absolute beast.
Yeah, look at him.
Muay Thai guys are tough as nails.
Standing there. Yeah. Medic tending real quick.
That's a
to check
big
out Medeiros.
cut.
They have matching cuts. He's got a giant cut on his
No,
eye over
that's
here.
a big cut.
See if I can get Varga to come over here, turn towards us, show us his cut. I think they're good to keep going now.
All right.
Fighters back into the center.
Continues. And I have to speculate that it was probably the elbows of Vargas that opened up that cut on Medeiros' face.
Yeah. He's got pointy elbows.
Well, absolute brutality here in the Karate Combat Pit.
This is what people
my
tune
God.
in for.
I love it. And I bet on the underdog.
There you go. He's looking good right now. I would say he is in the lead. So are these rounds, is it open scoring right now, or?
I haven't seen any scoring.
I haven't
on the
seen any
screens.
scoring as well.
It might be on the broadcast. A little bit hard to tell. But I would have to imagine that was a pretty one-sided round there.
Yeah.
I think if you're smart, you're putting this at 1-1 right now, 1 round apiece.
I think that's fair. Although I think that there could be people out there that put it at 2-0 for Gabriel.
I guess I would say because of the
but he was wearing
knockdown,
too much
and
damage on his face.
the
first one.
damage.
I think 1-1.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
think
think
1-1.
1-1 is the
1-1's fair. 1-1's
yeah.
fair.
It seems like pretty open and shut.
Yeah.
But let's see how round 3 goes. I think this is going to go Vargas' way. He seems to have the momentum on his side. He seems to be the fresher athlete in the beginning of round 3. And he's wearing his damage just a little bit better, although both of them look pretty beat up.
Oh.
I mean, look
Big
at these
shot
guys.
right
These
off
guys
the
are
bat.
these guys are built like
Gabriel Varga was coming in. Madeira stunned him.
yeah, and once you have a bruised up orbital like that, you can only take so many hits in that area. So hopefully that high guard of Vargas will stay effective for him because his eye's looking pretty gnarly right now. Vargas is a master of the clinch. Madeira prefers to fight from outside.
Ooh, fighters coming right in front of us
And
here.
you can see Madeira is circling and running, but that will give credit to Vargas for ring generalmanship, as he has been the one pressing forward throughout this fight.
I don't know if I've
Beautiful
seen
knee.
two fighters as coated in blood like this before. It's just dripping down their backs.
Oh, yeah, it's a beautiful violence, baby. Look
Oh.
at that, all over the head.
Oh! Elbow to the face!
He's almost out of there. He's holding on for dear life,
Oh my God!
and the ref breaks it up. I'll be surprised if he even stands up in this one.
It's over. Ref calls it. Madeira was not getting up, not fast enough.
And he is completely covered in blood.
You see him over in the corner right here,
Beautiful
exhausted.
fight.
Other fighter
Gabriel
coming
Vargas.
over to wish
The
his
fighters
best.
show a sign of respect. Love to see it. One thing we love about karate combat, we do get our occasional beefs, but most of the time it's all love.
Yeah. Oh, that little kiss on the head. All
cute.
love between these two. Reminds me of me and my fiance, except for the fighting part.
Oh God. Are you the guy who won the fight or the guy who lost the fight in that scenario?
No, just the kiss. 3,500 viewers.
Let's go.
Thank you, Kyle Searles. We're happy to do this for you. Thank you to Mama Wolf, who said you send good, but I think meant to say you sound good. All right, we
You
have
sound good and you send good.
we have a second fight in a row that we have a fighter down. I'm gonna try to give y'all a shot real quick here so you can see.
Wow.
Yeah, he's not doing too hot, but he's gonna be okay. No board needed here. Not this time. Not this time.
Hey, that's a warrior right there. Nothing but respect. That guy put on a hell of a show.
Gotta
And
clean
listen, he won that first round. Can't take that away from him.
up. Oh yeah, there's definitely a cut in the head or somewhere area.
Yeah, those 12-6 elbows from the top of mountain against the pit wall were just brutal.
Nasty. So
You can see
prediction.
there's a finger-sized hole over his brow.
Prediction is win by TKO.
Well, now no longer a prediction, I guess. Now it's just history.
Shout out to MMA Pickers picking them again. Slam Bam, thank you, ma'am. All right, what a fight.
What a fight.
While we are waiting on this next one, I might throw Bubba in here for a minute. See if he wanted to hop on. Or actually, want to solo it for a second? I'm going to be right back.
What's up?
You want to solo it for a second? I'm going to be right back.
Oh, absolutely.
All right.
Oh, we lost our James. All right. I know you want that. I know you want that. Might as well take it with you. All right. All right, folks. We're getting ready for the next one after an absolutely brutal knockout by Gabriel Varga. And if my schedule is correct, I believe the next fight will be Robelis Despain versus Dominique Jacek. And I am super excited for this one. This fight is not going to last longer than 90 seconds. Robelis is currently a 40-1 betting favorite on the betting lines online. So that'll give you a good idea of what to expect in this matchup. If this makes it out of the first round, I'll eat my headset. And just some fun facts about Robelis for you guys. He's a UFC veteran. He just finished a fight stint. Won his first fight, lost his next two, unfortunately. He actually won a... Hey, you want to hop on? Get on here, man. All right. We got a treat for you guys. We got Bubba hopping on. Let's go. So I was just going over some fun facts about Robelis. He just finished a 3-fight stint in the UFC. He won a bronze medal in the Olympics in a Taekwondo competition, and he's been training since he was 9 in Taekwondo. Actually.
He also has a gold medal in the pans as well.
Gold medal in the pans. Thank you for that one. And comes from Cuba, if you can't tell by the name. 6'7", making him the second tallest fighter in karate combat history.
And who's the tallest? His opponent, who's 6'11"?
Oh, thanks. You ruined my suspense. I had a whole bit.
I'm sorry.
You give this guy 2 drinks. He's too much.
Oh, God.
Robelis has a wingspan of 81 inches, giving him probably the longest wingspan in karate combat history. I got to look up young Jacek's. His nickname is the Bad Boy, the Good Boy. I'm sorry. That's wrong. It's the Good Boy.
The Good Boy.
Yep.
The Good Boy. The Good Cuban.
He's 36 years old, and fun fact, his second, third, and fourth
God
MMA
is
fights.
back. Okay.
His second, third, and fourth MMA fights lasted a total combined 19 seconds.
19 seconds.
3 fights, 3 knockouts, 19 seconds.
Incredible.
So that's Robelis for you.
He's been a striker for a long time, and coming out of Cuba, it's not really known for a Taekwondo background. They specialize in wrestling and baseball. So seeing him come out and achieve what he has in Cuba as a martial artist, Taekwondo fighter is extremely insane.
Yeah, no, he's an animal. And on the other side of that fight, his opponent making his debut in karate combat as well, Dominique Young Jacek. And a lot of you guys, if there's any asked if there's any relation to Joanna Young Jacek, I did go look it up online. Not only is there not any relation, but it turns out in Poland, Young Jacek is one of the most popular last names. So yeah, totally different family. Maybe he should contact Joanna, though. She's a pretty good kickboxer. He tends to be more of a brawler. Not too good of a professional record, but he does have a pretty impressive street fight video that's gone viral. Karate Combat reposted it on their X account. Him just beating the crap out of a guy in a parking lot. So, take that for what it's worth. He is, as Bubba mentioned before, the tallest fighter in KC history, standing at 6'11". He plays the drums. He's got a lot of his drum solos up on YouTube. We were looking at them earlier.
Yeah,
that was cool. So that was pretty dope. He's got a lot of long arms, a lot of velocity.
Now, my question is, you were able to see his street fight videos, but have you seen actual MMA fights from him?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're just going to leave it at that.
Okay.
Robelis is currently trending as a 40-1 favorite.
Wow.
So, like I said, that should tell you all you need to know. And if you're a fucking DJ, maybe take the 20-1 dog. Put $10 on it. Crazier things have happened. I'm not doing that, but
hey,
it's fun.
At the end of the day, it's a fight, and it's a 6'11" guy. I guarantee you he can hit hard enough to knock anybody out.
Absolutely.
So he's fighting a guy who's going to be harder to hit, but I guarantee you he can hit hard enough to knock anybody out.
Yes, Robelis is a bona fide expert in distance management. Very, very good at weaving in and out of the pocket, weaving in and out of the danger zones. Although he probably hasn't faced too many opponents that have 4 inches of height on him. I can't imagine that's too much of a common occurrence in his life.
I would definitely agree. He probably hasn't fought many people who had a longer reach on him as well. So this fight could be a little different, trying to manage that distance. He actually needs to come in and beat the distance. He can't sit and play with the distance.
Well, thankfully for him, he has very good blitzing style attacks. And there's our boy Apollo with Rashad Evans, the ex-UFC light heavyweight champion. You know, interestingly enough, our heavyweight champion here at Karate Combat, Sam Alvey, actually, I believe, has a win over Rashad Evans.
Really?
Yeah.
In the UFC?
In the UFC.
Wow.
Yep.
Sam Alvey took out Rashad Evans.
That's a big
I'm
boy. It's a big boy
obviously
shit.
guessing that was on the end of his career, obviously. In the beginning of Sam's?
Yeah.
Okay. Sam was young, Rashad was old, but hey, still an amazing
That's Rashad
accomplishment
Evans, bro.
that Sam Alvey has.
Keep in mind, Rashad Evans actually fought at Eagle FC about 2 years ago and picked up a pretty impressive win. So that man still got some gas in the tank. Don't be fooled.
He definitely does.
He attributed it all to his nutrition coach and his new diet. Said he felt healthier than he's ever felt his whole career. So don't get on Rashad Evans' bad side.
Okay. He's still ready to go.
Unless you're Rampage Jackson.
I was going to say, him and Rampage have to fight sooner or later. We need to see it.
That would be great. We see that in the pit? That would be an incredible fight for the pit.
So what are we doing right now? Who are we waiting for?
I believe, according to my schedule, the next fight is Robelis versus Young Jacek. Sometimes Karate Combat is a little wonky. You know, they love last-minute change, as we've experienced so many times this weekend. But hopefully that's the fight we get next.
I will
It'll be
say
a thrilling 45 seconds.
about a half hour ago, I was in the back and I saw both of those guys getting ready. They both had sweats going. They were hitting the pads really hard. Looked like they were getting ready to fight. So I'm sure Karate Combat has them ready to go.
All right, Bubba, what do you think the keys to victory are here for both fighters?
The key to victory is pushing forward, I would honestly say. The worst thing that can happen in the pit is getting pushed against it. It is the worst way to get finished. You're going to get hit while you're not completely on the ground, but you're halfway on the ground. You can't fight back, can't do anything. You can't even kind of stand back up. You slide down to the ground. So pushing forward, really pushing the pace is what does it, I think, in Karate Combat.
Okay, very nice. Well,
What do you think?
I think that's excellent advice. I don't think either of these guys wants to get stuck on the pit wall. Neither of them really shine in the grappling department. I think for Young Jacek, the key to this fight is going to be making it dirty, going to be making it a brawl, going to be taking big risks, trying to find that chin of Robelis early. And I think the key to Robelis is good distance management, using that blitz attack to negate the height and reach advantage of Young Jacek, and staying true to his style, using his taekwondo and trusting his power. We've seen him put every single person that he hasn't lost via decision, he's put their lights out. Every single victory's come via KO in the first round. And I don't see any reason why that can't continue for him tonight.
I agree. Hey, all I'm saying right now, if you have money to put on somebody, Robelis is the one to put the money on.
Yep, you'll get a 40-1 favorite payout. So your $4,000 will net you like, what, $100?
But hey, can we at least say that this is one time that you can literally bet the house?
Yes. Well, no, it's a heavyweight fight.
Okay, yeah.
And the truth is, Young Jacek is a relatively unknown. I mean, his pro career has not gone fantastically so far, but it's been a long time since his last pro fight. He's been training this whole time. We know Robelis is excellent, but we really don't know much about Young Jacek.
Yes,
And
yes.
I stalk these guys relentlessly to get these notes. There's really not much out there on him.
Hey,
It's a little bit of a mystery.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm betting the house on that. I like
Okay.
my house.
okay, I'll agree with that. Yeah, when I looked him up on ChatGPT, they didn't have much to say. So he's kind of a wild card here tonight, but 6'7" versus 6'11".
6'7" versus 6'11".
This
That's
could
right.
be the tallest fight in any fighting history.
Yeah, I mean,
What do we got? 12,
Stephen
13?
Struve might have some commentary on that. He might. But I like where you're going with it. Struve was what, 6'9"?
So, I don't even remember. How tall was he? How old?
He's the tallest UFC fighter ever.
Okay.
He might have been 7 foot, actually, now that I think about it.
Okay, yeah. He could have been. So I'm coming in here late on the live stream. I have to ask, what did you think about Gabriel Vargas' fight?
Well, at plus 185, I made some nice money on BetUS. Let's go.
Let's go.
Gabriel Vargas did great work. He did get caught early in the first. I think because of that, he dropped the first, maybe 2/3 of the first round. He did get cut in the brow, just like any other 6-time Muay Thai world champion. Didn't phase him even a tiny bit. That dude's tough as steel. He's the real fucking deal. He marched forward, high guard, did a great job protecting that eye, landed his power shots, and eventually found himself in some great positions on the ground. Really did a lot of damage in a short period of time with those 12-6 elbows. Got a lot of cuts on the face of his opponent, and ultimately was able to find the KO. I don't know what made his opponent dizzy, whether it was the power of the strikes or the immense amount of blood that he lost, but that guy couldn't even stand up by the time he was done with it.
Oh, man, it was a complete brawl. And seeing an old, skilled fighter like that come out here and be able to do that still is just amazing, and it shows you how technique is the key to fighting. And Gabriel Vargas is on the internet posting the most technical videos that you could find. And it's amazing to see him come out here and really perform and just do damage like that to show technique is everything in martial arts.
Yeah, absolutely. On that note, he just put out a series of video tutorials called Strike Ready, and they're on sale for the holidays. So
there we go.
Go
On
support your
sale
boy.
for
You
the holidays.
saw what he did in there. If you want to fight like that, go get
Yes.
Strike Ready by Gabriel Vargas.
Yes, and Gabriel Vargas also came to our gym and did a seminar. So if you want, grab him for seminars, get him in your gym. He will teach you guys how to fight, and it's real fighting skills.
It was absolutely shocking to me that he was a 2-1 dog in this fight. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, I think I took him. Hold on. I'm pretty sure I took him.
Oh, I took him with money.
You told me to get a wallet, and then I never did. And then you never told me, hey, Bubba, let's bet.
I'll get you next
Let
time.
me see my Karate
Next
Combat
month.
app. Everybody on the stream, if you have not downloaded this Karate Combat app, you need to download it now. Got live videos.
And don't forget, when you
Yes.
do download the Karate Combat app, it will allow you to vote on the rules and regulations of Karate Combat, receive all of your Karate Combat updates and news, and it'll also allow you to bet on all of the Karate Combat events up until 24 hours before the fights themselves. And the best part, you get 88 free karate tokens just for signing up for you to start your betting endeavors with. So get on there,
88 free tokens.
follow my picks, make it on the leaderboard. 88 free tokens.
88 free tokens. Get on. All right, so I believe we're in some type of an intermission right now. Hey, you see over there, they got the bare knuckle commissioner.
Is that Dave?
That's Dave. Yeah, that's Dave.
Oh, wow.
Conor McGregor's partner.
So actually, interestingly enough, two the earlier fighters, Gogo and Noah Cutter. Noah Cutter was the inaugural 165-pound BKFC world champion, and Noah Cutter, I believe, fought 8 fights with the promotion as well. So we see some BKFC stars here stepping into the pit and testing their luck.
Yes. Yeah, I feel like it's, at the end of the day, these guys just want to fight. These guys don't care where they're fighting. They just want to fight. As long as they're getting paid a little bit of money, they'll do Karate Combat, they'll do bare knuckle, they'll do MMA. They just want to fight.
And you got to respect that. And the pit's a great place to do it. A lot of magic happening over there.
That's one of the Go Check guys.
Yeah, President Awesome is great at relationship building with heads of other organizations. He's got a lot of fighters in the UFC. He gets his fighters onto Dana White Contender Series regularly. He's got relationships with lots of consultants like Dean Thomas. And he gets a lot of good fighters out in his gym to work with his top guys. Definitely someone who knows how to work the fight game.
Yes, for sure, for sure. As well, he knows how to promote, and that's the biggest thing about anything. Fight promotions, gyms, if you got people coming into your gym, you're making money. So promotion is everything.
Yeah, he gave himself a self-proclaimed nickname on the internet a few weeks ago. He goes by Dana Brown on Instagram now.
Dana Brown.
Yep.
I like that.
Not very PC, but very clever.
Sorry. Trying to get us a video, Shmuel. Me and Shmuel are here. We're commentating, and literally across from us is George St. Pierre, Voss Rutan. It's extreme. We got the
Where?
president over there as well, ready to go. Intermission? Are we in an intermission? Oh.
Wow. And Prez is telling us right now
Okay.
that we're waiting for the ambulance to get in and out. Holy
Yes. So
crap.
the ambulance had to take the last guy to the hospital. We're waiting for them to come back so we can restart the fights, just to make sure everyone's safe.
Well, I really do hope everyone comes out of this happy and healthy. Never want to see a guy carted off in an ambulance. Always happy to see a brutal knockout, but you never want to see anybody injured after the fact. But that is the reality of how the fights go.
All right. Well, yeah, that's a part of the game, you know. Knockouts,
Yep.
hospital rides, everybody knows it. So, how far away is the hospital, Shmuel?
Oh, I don't know. That's above my pay grade, man. Well, you have health insurance?
I don't. I
Wait,
don't.
really? We'll talk later.
Nah, but we're in Miami. Tons of Latinas out tonight.
Bubba's favorite. Two Drink Bubba is undefeated, boys.
Undefeated. What other fights are we looking for? I know we have,
We got Alves versus Kama Worthy.
which is going to be a banger. Absolutely.
Banger alert. Rafael Alves has one of the most viral head kick knockouts in karate combat history. It's probably one of the more viral kicks in combat sports history. It was a switching roundhouse kick during his fight with James Vick. He had him backed up into the corner. I'm sure most of you have seen it by now. Connected
We need to
clean
pull it up on
across
the
the
screen.
jaw. Oh, that's above my pay grade, brother. I ain't messing with nothing.
We need to get it pulled up. All right. Lights are getting dark again. Sounds like we're about to fight. We're about to fight. They're about to walk out.
There we go.
This is it.
And Dominique Young-Jacek tatted head to toe, walking
Michael,
out right
hey.
now.
This is the fight. This fight is crazy.
That
This
was your
fight's going
brother
to be
here?
absolutely insane. You ready to get off? God is that.
Let's go. We got Dominique
Yes, sir.
Young-Jacek standing at 6'11", fighting out of the blue corner. And that is one intimidating human being.
Bro, that guy is tall. He's almost
I-
out of my camera frame.
I like people who make you look short.
Hard to do.
'Cause I have to stand next to you all the time, and now you're me.
That dude is tall. Is that an AK tattooed on his lower chest?
That does look like a rifle, yes. And he'll certainly be looking for his kill shot tonight against Robelis.
Holy moly!
And there's Robelis Spain. He's jacked, built like a brick shit house, ready for war.
Bro, these
And
are
you-
some
You
big
can
boys.
see by the blonde hair, he is going full Super Saiyan at this point.
Big boys entering the ring. So did you give everybody the context to how
Oh,
important this fight
absolutely.
is?
Me and Bubba gave the full breakdown here. Bubba always does a great job helping me with my technical breakdowns. And, I mean, I'm very excited for this one. Like I said, I think this one's going to end quickly. Robelis' second, third, and fourth MMA fights combined lasted a total of 19 seconds, all resulting in first-round KOs for Robelis. And I see no reason why he doesn't continue that trend here.
Yeah, I completely agree. These
And-
guys.
Holy crap, Robelis is packed like a brick shit house. That dude is huge, rock solid, and he hits with a ton of power. For a while, Wow! What
Was that 1 second?
hell? Wow! Oh my God! What
The actual heck.
just just happened?
All right, let's get that replay on the big screen, please.
Oh my God. Young Jacek is unconscious.
Let's get that replay.
Robellis is a monster.
Oh my God.
One right hook and it's good night, Irene.
Well, I think you might have called that one.
That was not a hard call to make. The 40-1 favorite.
40-1.
Holy crap. What a debut.
How many seconds?
That, I'm just going to go out on a limb here. I don't know this officially.
Maybe
But
5?
I'm going to say that was the fastest knockout in Karate Combat history.
Good Lord.
But this is par for the course for Robellis. That might not even be his fastest knockout. Wow.
Brother.
And thankfully, Dominique Young Jacek is coming back to his feet. He's sitting up, talking with medics here in the center of the ring. Robellis is a savage.
That was crazy.
The walkout lasted longer than the fight. Unbelievable.
The walkout lasted a lot longer than the fight.
Unbelievable. Very happy to see Dominique Young Jacek getting back to his feet. We did have 2 fighters who had to be carted off the pit. So glad to see that he's okay.
Yeah, it's been a brutal night.
Absolutely insane.
That was the type of fight where
Karate Combat
you look
debut.
away for a second and it's over.
Absolutely insane. That's about as good as a debut can go on the side of Robellis to Spain. And
So-
they're going to be hard-pressed to find him an opponent in here.
They just got to get him back on the card tonight, I think. He's pretty fresh.
Oh, yeah. No, he's ready to go.
Wow.
And I have to imagine most of that sweat is from his warm-up.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. That's Robellis to Spain, folks. Pure power.
All right, we got an interview coming.
They're probably like
All right, run.
all right, everyone.
Hey, pleasure to have you. Welcome to the stream.
Thanks for having us, man.
First off, that was an absolutely brutal knockout. Beautiful, gorgeous stuff. Obviously, you're no stranger to these types of striking bouts. What did you see that led to you being able to finish the fight in that fashion?
I just knew that coming from a background of Muay Thai, we're used to fighting in big gloves. You know, we fight in 12-ounce gloves or 10-ounce. I trained in 18s, and when you put me in 4-ounce gloves, the speed is just, the speed is next level, and it's like a rock. So for us, yeah, I just knew my speed would be too much for him, and my power and my weight.
Well, you are a multiple-time Muay Thai world champion. You've competed in a lot of different formats under a lot of different rule sets. How does the Karate Combat pit compare to the other places that you've competed?
Honestly, the pit's awesome. You got these pants, which are actually pretty comfy to fight in. You got the small gloves, which they're not like MMA gloves where they hurt your tips of your fingers or anything. They're actually like a boxing glove, which is open hand, which is really cool. And the mat, I wanted to use the mat and I wanted to use the edges a bit more. I feel like I could have done some more cool stuff. I had some tricks that I wanted to do, some showy stuff, but unfortunately I didn't get to show that. But fortunately I got the win, and that's all I care about. So,
well, you did some pretty cool stuff, at least from where I was sitting. And I did a little bit of research on you before the card. I saw that you were on a reality TV show.
yeah,
Is that Married at First Sight?
that's the one.
Season 9, right?
Yeah, yep, season 11.
Tell me about that.
Man, honestly,
And are you still married?
not married anymore, no. It's,
Okay.
it's basically, it's a TV show. It's called Married at First Sight. It's the biggest show in Australia, and it airs in about 45 different countries. You walk down the aisle, full wedding, everything, and you marry someone who is a complete stranger. Never
Wow.
seen or heard of them. You get matched on paper with someone, and then you got to live together for 3 or 4 months. You have the honeymoon. You got to have like the coaches counselling every week, and yeah, it was a cool experience, man. It was a
That
lot
sounds
of fun.
wild.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, man. It was really cool, but yeah. we made it to the end. We stayed together for 6 or 7 months. She was a
Cool.
good chick.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, but then it just didn't work out. So
Fair.
now it's on.
Very nice. So that leads me to my next question. Where do you feel more pre-fight jitters, should we say? Walking up to the pit, the cage, the octagon, or the ring, or walking up to the aisle?
Probably the aisle. Yeah,
I would expect as much.
Only because the aisle, there was such, like, there's a long ass process for interviewing and auditioning, and then you've got to wait around. Honestly, before the wedding, you're waiting around for hours, and you don't know what. I don't know. I was probably a little bit more nervous of that.
Fair
I've had 50 professional fights now, but I've only had one wedding, so obviously I'm going to be a little bit more
That's fair.
nervous when I'm
That's very
there.
fair. You might be a little desensitized.
Yeah.
Then. You know, I'm sure a bad marriage can hurt as bad as a punch to the face.
That's it. Yeah. So
All right. Well, anyways, thank you so much. I appreciate
thank
you
you very
stopping
much for
by.
having us on.
Absolutely, and I look forward to seeing you in the pit again
Mate,
soon.
I will certainly be back. Everyone out there, get on
Well,
to
you
the
know what?
Instagram.
Before you go,
JT
actually,
Kickboxer, Instagram. There's lots happening always.
any call-outs before you go?
All right. I don't really think I need to call anyone out. I think my performance speaks for itself.
That's fair.
And if someone wants to fight me, then I'm open to it. So
Very nice.
yeah, let's get it.
All right. I can't imagine a lot of people are going to be lining up to fight you after that.
Nah,
so.
well, give me surprise, maybe. If
Fair
there's anyone
enough.
out there, let's go. Thank you.
Beautiful.
I'll see you guys
Thank
later,
you
bro.
so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Just leave him right there.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Great fight. I got James Rand for you.
Beautiful. Hey.
Thank you.
Jade, pleasure to have you. Amazing performance tonight. Gets a really tough opponent, Nabedinejad, who had a
Yeah.
really good performance her last time out. Tell me what the game plan was coming into this against such a tough opponent.
There was not a specific game plan, just we were waiting for her to go forward all the time. She did not. She did different than always. So they just told me to stay calm and to counter her and to try to strike, like to use my hands, my knees. I did what I could.
Yeah, you landed some really beautiful knees up the middle from the clinch. This isn't your first time competing in karate combat. Obviously, recently they've added in the knees and the elbows and all these different rules. How do you think that affects the fight and the fighters here in karate combat?
Yeah, I think for that fight I throw a few knees and a few elbows. That is my game. I come from Muay Thai and I love that. So I love the new rules. It's super great. And yeah, I could show tonight like what is no Muay Thai, but what is elbows and knee. Yeah, I did.
Absolutely. No, you won a really hard-fought decision tonight. It was a real pleasure to watch. There's a lot of fighters now coming into the women's division. I think you debuted on the last card with Aline Pereira. A lot of talent is coming into karate combat. Is there anybody out there who you want to fight next?
Yeah, I want to fight Stephanie Oliveira for the belt.
Okay, well, that's a great call out. I mean, after what you did tonight and what you did to the last Stephanie you fought, I think it's in line.
Yeah, I said for my last fight I want to fight for the belt. For this one too, I want to fight for the belt. So hopefully I'm gonna get a title shot.
And how does being in the pit? I know you said you have a lot of competitive Muay Thai experience. How does being in the pit differ to you than being in the ring?
The beat is super weird. It's completely different because we feel like all the people you can see, like they're all around. It's like they're fighting with you. So there's a lot of noise. You feel like everybody's fighting with you. It's weird, but it's super nice. It's great. It's great.
Oh, there we go. Got to get the fights back on. And do you have any fights tonight that you're excited to see? I know we have 2 big fights left.
Yeah, I'm excited for the main event for Arturo. For the
Oh my God! Every time he's in there, something like that happens. Unbelievable. Oh my Lord. Yeah, he had the switch kick last time. Absolutely. Unbelievable.
Well, there goes.
Well, you're no stranger to first round knockouts. I think that's how the fight went in Salt Lake, if I remember.
Yeah. It's
Wow.
crazy fight.
Any predictions for Vergara versus Owen later?
That's going to be a hard fight because one is a very good boxer and Arturo is great. He knows how to do like everything. So I don't know. I'm for Arturo, but we gotta see. It's 5 rounds. We never know what can happen.
Well, Arturo is the betting favorite right now, so it does seem that Vegas would agree with you. And last question for you. I mean, I love all the food here around Miami, Fort Lauderdale. I know that you guys probably do some pretty brutal weight cuts before the fights. What's the first thing you eat after cutting weight, and how do you celebrate after the fight?
So right now I want to eat sushi.
That's my favorite. Let's go.
Yeah, I want to eat sushi, but yeah, I'm gonna wait for tomorrow.
Fair. Very nice. Yeah, these guys are absolutely swinging and banging.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Any? You said you wanted to call out Stephanie Rivera for the title, right? Anyone else that you could see yourself fighting in the future?
I don't know the other fighters.
It's fair enough.
I don't know.
We're still adding to the roster, so
Yeah,
building
I
up.
don't know. I want to fight for the belt. Whoever got the belt, I want to fight with her to get the belt.
And if I remember correctly, you did some work with Dean Thomas. Is that correct?
A training?
Yeah.
Yeah, in Gotcha in the morning. I train with Dean and ask him too. But yeah, I do.
Yeah,
I do. He's great.
He's
I
from
love
American
him.
Top Team, one of the
Yeah.
best. How's that training with him? Tell me what
He's
that's
great.
like.
He explained everything. He's like my coach in France. He likes to describe everything to make you understand why you do that, and then it's very clear in your mind. And I love that's why I go to train with him because I love his training. You understand everything. It's very clear, and you understand why you do that. If you don't just do, you understand why.
Well, he made a bold prediction on our stream last time he was on. He said you would be the future face of the women's division in Karate
That's
Combat.
great.
So
That's
he's
great.
a big believer in you. He
Thanks,
must have
Dean.
seen something. He said some other things too, but no, I can't repeat them on the stream. He's a character, that guy.
Yeah, it's funny.
Oh, this is a great fight. What do you think Kama needs to do to work himself back into this fight?
It's a strike. Throw more punch.
That's always a
To
good
go
plan
for
A,
the
yeah. Yep. All right, I think we have the next one hopping on in a minute. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
It was a pleasure
See you
hanging
soon.
out. Very excited to see you in the pit again.
Thank you.
Great fight.
What a time to be alive.
Oof. I asked her who she was going to call out twice. I got a little starstruck.
I hear that. Yeah, shout out Jade Duran in the booth after we called her fight where she had a dominant victory. We also called her last fight. She had a dominant victory there as well.
That's right, Stephanie Edgar.
Yeah, that one was
Or Stephanie
quick.
Skinner, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Stephanie Skinner, she like mutilated. Like it was over fast. We
So
got a couple of celebs over here.
that's
This
Rashad
gentleman-
Evans.
That is Rashad Evans. You know, he follows me on Twitter.
I follow you on Twitter too.
Look at that.
You never brag about that.
Something you have in common. Oh, into the next round.
Ooh, Rafael
Good.
Alves comes out of these rounds just so explosive. First minute of the fight comes out with that cartwheel kick. Comes out of the second round firing teeps. Look at that head movement, narrowly avoiding the punches from Kama. Kama landing a nice leg kick there. Alves looking to advance forward, and everything he throws has the kitchen sink behind it. This guy is not looking to point fight. He is looking to knock Kama the fuck out.
Fighter's getting a little worn down here.
Really nice head movement there from Alves. Kama looking for that money shot. Good leg kicks from Kama. He's taking what he can get at least on those. Head hunting a little bit there, doing a good job, trying to go for the shot. Alves is just picking his spots, waiting for that power punch or power kick. I mean, this guy is very athletic and very explosive. I'm sure you remember what he did to James Vick.
Yeah.
Probably the most viral head kick in combat history. Kama just ate a nasty right hook from Alves. Showed him off an impressive chin there. Kama sticking him with the jab. Alves kick to the body. Kama using that lead hand to frame off of Alves, keeping him at range. Beautiful front kick to the leg there from Kama. Kama finding his jab. Kama starting to put some strikes together. Alves trying to find the jab, taking his head off the center. Alves lands a cracking overhand right.
I think the goal here for him is to stay aggressive, but don't give anything up. He's clearly winning this fight.
Beautiful double jab from Kama. Well, if I know Rafael Alves, he's going to be looking for that viral knockout.
He wants the KO.
Yeah, he's here. He's here to knock people out. He looks like he put on some size. That dude's been going to the gym.
Yeah,
He looks absolutely huge in there.
it's true.
Got that Brazilian juice.
The Brazilian juice.
Yep. Some of those
Oh,
Trent
another
Bologna
right hand to the
sandwiches.
face. Trent Bologna.
Yeah, I know another guy here who likes those.
Good Lord.
Let's go, Alves. Circling. He does seem to be putting out a lot less volume the later we go into this fight. It is possible to a certain extent he blew out his gas tank. A lot of very athletic movements to open the first round.
Yeah, being a little bit more tactical here.
Very nice jumping switch kick to the body. Did not seem to do a lot of damage, though. Kama advancing forward, sticking to the basics. He's got his teep kick, using his boxing very well, using his jab. Alves just looking for those power punches, using very effective head movement to stay out of the way of Kama's boxing. This is a lot closer fight than it was in round one. I'll still give a slight round two advantage to Alves. I think he landed the bigger shots and did more damage.
For sure.
But I like the work from Kama after a very tough round one, almost getting finished, coming back and putting in a good competitive effort.
Let's look at where was the money? I'm assuming it was on Alves for this, right?
Yeah, Alves was a minus 550.
Yeah.
Well,
so-
the lines won't change during the fight. They lock about an hour.
Right.
before.
I'm looking. So it was 81% of the money on Rafael Alves, 19% on Kama
Yes.
Worthy.
And the official Vegas betting lines were a minus 550 on Alves, which is about the same.
I'll be
About 5
honest.
to 1.
Alves looked great in that round. Kama just kept taking it. He just wasn't showing the damage.
The thing that I didn't like about Alves' performance in that round is that the volume just took a drop off, especially in the latter half of the round. He was just throwing one shot to Kama's 5. He was landing with more power, but Kama was just getting more volume. And, looking for the knockout punch and putting everything you have behind your punches and also carrying that much muscle mass, very tiring in a fight. So I'm curious to see how his gas tank looks here going into round 3. Although it's worth noting these fights are 3-4-minute rounds, which is a pretty short format.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which does promote that type of explosive action. I don't think I've ever heard a fighter verbally say "ow, ow, ow."
Did he just say "ow, ow, ow"?
Yeah.
I think I hit in the eye.
Oh no, he definitely got hit in the eye. That was brutal. I just.
Oh, you guys don't post on there at all.
Alves looks apologetic. Let's see if Kama took that one personally or not. Regardless, both fighters getting a second here to catch their breath. That might not be the worst thing.
Alves looks like he's enjoying the opportunity.
It's like it's breathing a little heavy to me.
All right.
All
2
right.
minutes and 40
Two
seconds
gladiators ready to get back at it here in the middle of the pit. Alves thought he jabbed straight down the middle, using it to advance forward right into Kama's danger zone. Kama looking for the kick, follows up with 2 punches. Alves able to move out of the way, circles back into the center of the pit. Kama switch stance, throws a leg kick.
to go. What is he doing
Kama's
with his
making
face?
some very odd facial expressions. Seems to be trying to use his facial expressions as a feint. Not really working though. Alves just kind of standing in front of him, throwing 1-2s. Kama
Yeah.
throws another teep kick up the middle. Alves returns with a teep kick up the middle that connects. Kama lands a right hand. Alves takes a step back. You got Rebellis?
Rebellis coming in.
It's off a little bit on the edge.
We got to tilt the camera up here.
Yeah.
There we go. Perfect. All right. I'm here with Karate Combat debutante, Robellis de Spain.
You guys speak English?
Oh, so I'll speak to you?
Yeah, sure.
Perfect. Awesome. We'll just get through a couple questions. I'm here with Karate Combat debutant Robelis de Spain, coming off an extremely impressive, 4-second knockout, probably one of the fastest knockouts in Karate Combat history. Robelis, you have a lot of sub 10-second knockouts in your career. Your second, third, and fourth fights combined only lasted a total of 20 seconds. How do you knock these guys out so quickly?
Tiene muchos knockouts en tu pelea. Bueno, parte del entrenamiento. Parte del entrenamiento, el análisis de los contrarios y me preparo para eso, ¿no? Mejorar mi fuerza y tácticamente cuadramos el entrenamiento con mi entrenador. So it's my preparation. I do strength conditioning and I do my striking a lot, and that's it. I just do my training every day.
Well, that's for sure. You look like an absolute world beater in there. Was that your tallest opponent ever? I know he was listed at 6'11".
Dice que ese fue uno de tus oponentes más altos. Sí, nunca había estado frente a frente con alguien tan grande. No. Yes, I never faced anyone so tall. This is my first time.
Okay, absolutely. There can't be that many 6'11" heavyweights walking around. Robelis, I see you have a college degree in physical education, physical fitness. How does that factor into your performance as a fighter?
Robelis, veo que tienes un grado en educación física, que cómo te ayuda eso como peleador. Sí, he estudiado mucho lo que es la preparación física y eso me ha ayudado mucho, ¿no? Sé cuáles son los métodos de entrenamiento y entonces con la ayuda de mi equipo podemos mejorar siempre los entrenamientos. I apply everything that I've learned in my training camps. I learned so much. I study how to prepare as a fighter. So that's something that I use in a daily basis.
Okay, beautiful. And Robelis, you've competed in a lot of different formats. You've done very well in Taekwondo, even winning a medal in the Olympics. You fought MMA. You fought in a ring. This is obviously your first time fighting in a pit. How does fighting in a pit compare to fighting into other types of structures?
Dice que Robelis, que ya tiene mucha experiencia, has peleado en el UFC, has peleado en MMA y que ahora estás peleando en el pit de Karate Combat, que como es lo diferente en esto. Bueno, es prácticamente la misma presión. Aquí hay mucho nivel, hay buenos competidores, pero bueno, la diferencia solamente es el juego a ras de lona y ya todo lo demás me conviene mucho. I didn't see a big difference. It's basically the same as high-level fighters. And the only thing is that you don't fight on the ground, and I like it.
Well, it would be hard to see a difference when you're only in there for 5 seconds, so I understand. Okay, one more question for you. This is the first ever fight at this weight class in Karate Combat history. Obviously, you're the number one guy here. Is there anybody out there in the world who you would like to see in the middle of the pit?
Dice que esta es la primera pelea en este peso en Karate Combat, que obviamente eres uno de los peleadores que está ahí, que si hay alguien que te gustaría enfrentar en este peso aquí en Karate Combat. Bueno, no conozco a muchos competidores de este peso, pero creo que sí, conozco al campeón, al que tiene la faja y quisiera ya a ver si me da la oportunidad por discutir el cinturón. So, well, I don't know a lot of fighters. I just know San Alvin, that he's the champion. I would like to face him and get the belt.
Okay, calling out Sam Alvey. That's great. All right, fantastic, Robelis. Thank you so much. Is it okay if we take a picture?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Take una foto.
You can leave it on. It's okay. There we go. Okay, just put it right here. It's okay. I'm a big fan. I need to get at least one picture. Oh, wow. Let's go. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. You got engaged. That's great. How was that? That was good? Great. Yeah. Dude, you're killing it. Yeah, no, thank you. Keep hitting me. I know all these guys inside and out. Let's go do that.
Camera.
Alrighty.
He had a great answer there. I asked him. I said to him, Robellis, you fought in Taekwondo, which takes place on a mat. You fought in a pit. You fought in a ring. You fought in a cage. How does the pit compare to everything else? He says, oh, I don't see any difference. And then I thought about it for a second. I said, well, yeah, I guess if my fight was 5 seconds long, I also wouldn't see any difference.
It's true. It's true. You got to have enough time. I'm going to turn this real quick so our audience can see this proposal.
Yeah, we got huge news here. Rafael Alves got the win over Kama and then got engaged to his fiance. So huge congratulations to Rafael Alves.
Maybe I should have waited for Monday and just done it here, just
We
hopped up.
should have got you an IFC fight, knock somebody out, and then
That's how it goes.
that's how it works here.
I can hop in there against Rashad Evans. No.
And guys, I just want to point out, this is the second fighter engagement.
It's becoming a theme.
That's right. Owen Chalamet was the first one in Nashville, and now we have Rafael Alves and his fiance here in
The couple stepping
Miami.
down right in front of us into the pits.
Absolutely beautiful. Love to see it.
There
Get
they
the
go.
win, get the girl. It's the real American dream.
It is the American dream indeed. Things are going well.
It's good that you're yelling the names at me as the interviews come up because I have like 2 seconds to just quickly.
I love it. I love it. People staying busy. Who's behind Rashad?
Huh?
Who's behind him?
I don't know.
Looks like a WWE guy.
It kind of does. I know you're thinking of. I don't know. No clue.
I'm intrigued.
We need Bubba. We need our sleeper agent to go find out.
It's true.
Because he'll
it's
just
true.
walk up to be like, who are you?
What
Want
a
to be on
crew.
TV?
What a crew here tonight. So there you go.
This is such a cool place to have a party. Shout out to PTB. PTD?
PBD.
PBD. There it is. Thank you.
You got to wipe down all the blood that we have.
That's a hell of a tuxedo.
Oh, here comes Gabriel for announcing. Wow,
Is this
in
the ringside announcer?
This is one of the announcers.
Really?
Yes.
You know him?
I've seen him. He's funny on social media.
Oh, okay. So all of these guys, they do such a good job with their social media here. If you guys haven't checked out all the amazing social media personalities that are involved with the Karate Combat promotion, definitely go check them out. I specifically recommend Sam Alvey's YouTube. That dude is hilarious. We had a 30-minute interview with him on The Warrior's Voice a few weeks ago. He's got a great sense of humor. He's a great guy. He has like a million different business endeavors, and he's got a lot going on.
Wow.
So if I'm not mistaken, I do believe the main event is next.
Is it coming up that fast?
Yeah. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's the co-main. We have Cosmo Alexandre.
That would be why they have him in the pit.
There you go. Versus Igor de Castaneda. And Cosmo Alexandre, can I just say, is an absolute legend as far as Brazilian strikers go. He has won one of the most highly coveted tournaments in Thailand, the King's Cup.
It's starting to smell good in here.
Oh, yeah. I'm hungry, dude. I haven't eaten since like 10 a.m. You know what's crazy? Have you ever heard of a sugar-coated empanada? I told Bubba, just get me whatever you're getting for breakfast. He brings me an empanada filled with ground beef, but covered in powdered sugar. If anybody's ever heard of this, please explain it to me, because it was delicious, by the way. But very interesting food culture out here, but I'm about it.
I am lost on that one, but it sounds tasty.
It was good. It was good.
Wow, they are pumping that fog in here tonight.
Yep. Well, the lights look good, at least.
They do. The shot's great. Can't complain.
You did a great job with this camera, man.
It worked out well.
No, it's a great angle.
And I've been moving it around for the audience throughout the night. Shout out. Oh, beautiful.
Translated next time.
Sounds good. Yeah. Here you can put.
Is the pink limo party still there?
I'll let her know. She was the one who had the idea.
Is the pink limo party still watching? Yeah, appreciate those that are commenting. I mean, we've been slowly creeping up here. We're over 6,000 viewers now.
Oh, wow.
We will be here for a little bit. We have the main events starting ASAP. Good shot there of GSP. I'm going to go ahead and give this one a retweet. If anyone else wants to go on to Twitter, let people know that these main events are starting.
Main event's coming.
Now is the time. Now is the time. Let them know.
Get in there. Get in there. And there's Cosmo Alexandre. It's the co-main event. Hi, Serena. My wife's texting me.
There you go. Love
Says I
to
got to
see
move
it.
the mic closer to my mouth.
Usually I give a call out to my fiance, but she is not watching the stream because she is here tonight. See if I can pull her into the mix.
So Igor De Castaneda is going to be the opponent for Cosmo Alexandre here. He's 4-4 in the pit. 2 of those losses did come to Ross Turbo Levine, who is one of the better competitors to ever fight in the pit. And he is one of the most experienced guys as far as pit time goes. So that's definitely worth a lot. Although Cosmo Alexandre is going to be a
When is,
very tough mountain
Slovetsky
for him to
fighting?
climb. Sorry?
Slovetsky, Cutter.
Oh, that was a while ago.
Oh, wow. Wait. Did Slovetsky win?
That was before our stream went up.
Oh, got it.
Yeah. Slovetsky knocked him out.
Easy peasy. There you go. Okay, good. Very nice. Very nice.
Osley got the knockout. He got the knockout. Duran got the decision. Loxby got a knockout. Jayan got a knockout. Varga got a knockout. Spain got a knockout. Alvis won decision. Cosmo's going to win. Vergara's going to win. You're going to have a perfect night, my friend.
How about that?
Ooh, 288 karate tokens. Big ball. I only have my 150, you know?
I'm balling out over here. Trying to double my money. Double
They
or
call
nothing.
him the Wolf Pickers.
El Lobo.
This is your sports betting guy now.
Yeah, well, I'm trying.
Perfect sweep tonight.
I've hit a bet here and there. I've been known to hit a bet.
I believe it.
Here we go. Fighters coming on out. Igor is out here. Look at that. There you go. I love it. He's coming out nice and hyped up.
Yep, Igor De Castaneda, 4-4 in the pit, 36 years old, trains in Shio Ryo Karate. His nickname is the Iberian Bull. Last 2 victories came via knockout. He hails originally from Spain, and he runs his family dojo that over the last 40 years has trained more than 1,000 students in the arts of karate.
God, having a family dojo. What a time to be alive. Oh, boy.
And we got an absolute unit of a human being here, Cosmo Alexandre, on the tail end of a legendary career in striking. And I'll read off some of his accolades for you guys. KO'd Sage Northcutt in 30 seconds. Showtime 77 Max World Champion. WBC Intercontinental Champion. WPMF World Champion. W5 World Champion. Won the coveted King's Cup, which is one of the biggest Muay Thai tournaments in Thailand. 8-1 in MMA with 6 KOs. His only loss coming in his debut. And he will step into the pit here at 42 years old, looking for a win in his Karate Combat debut. Another huge signing coming over from One Championship as we continue the war on one.
All righty. He's ready to go.
Absolutely. Igor De Castaneda, nicknamed the Iberian Bull for his physique, not scared of a fight. This guy is looking to scrap. He fears no man. Not even Cosmo Alexandre.
It's a good place to be right now. All right, Cosmo's a heavy favorite here.
Yeah, Cosmo is trending at a -460 favorite according to the official line, and his resume would probably speak to that. But listen, he is on the tail end of his career. He is 42. Father Time is undefeated. You can see he's giving up quite a bit of size to Castaneda in here. Anything can happen. But Cosmo Alexandre is one of the most skilled strikers on the face of the earth.
Looks tactical.
Yes, he's extremely technical.
Igor wraps him up.
Good body lock from Igor. He's trying to use the cage.
Ref separates him.
Yep, ref breaks the clinch, and Igor was looking to pin him against the wall there. One thing that Alexandre did a very good job was of using his foot to push off the wall and not allow himself to get flattened out.
You could
Good
see.
jab there to the body, countered with the kick from Cosmo.
Oh, nice
Beautiful
jab to the
clinch
body.
work from Cosmo there too. Using his elbow there to frame off the face, lands a beautiful downward elbow and a beautiful knee right up the center of the clinch, and that one hurt Igor de Castaneda. And I think Cosmo can smell it moving in. Both fighters land, but Igor's the one who goes down. Cosmo's definitely feeling that damage. His high guard is up. Igor is throwing off a flurry of punches in the center of the pit. Oh, Igor throws two more. Cosmo eats them. Cosmo looking for the jumping switch kick. Cosmo advancing forward with a high guard. Igor throws out the jab. Igor has his hands low. His head is open.
Very nice.
Cosmo, good head movement, keeping things tight, looking for that hook.
Still
Cosmo with the underhook, uses it to stop the trip takedown from Igor.
good footwork here from Igor.
Absolutely. Igor's doing a great job circling, staying away from getting trapped in the corner. Cosmo is stalking him down, controlling the center of the pit. Cosmo does a good job checking the leg kick there. Cosmo slowly advancing forward, looking for his shot. Igor backing up, slowly being backed into the corner, and Igor's now moving forward, does a little helicopter there. Not sure what that was about.
Helicopter. Sorry.
No, that's fair. That's fair. That's what happened in my head also. Oh, Igor landed a great punch there, but got knocked back by Cosmo, who advanced forward. Cosmo landed a huge knee, and has a beautiful right hand over the top. Cosmo appears to be cut on his right side.
Oh, big swing
never
and a
mind.
miss.
Not cut, just a little red. And you can see he's got Muay Thai tattooed on his back, and that's for good reason.
Cosmo saying, hey, you want to keep running? I'm going to stand over here until you come over to me.
Yep, Cosmo might be a little tired of the cat and mouse game here. Surprised Igor's the one moving around so much, considering he's such a large guy for this weight class.
He seems spry, though. And
Oh,
ripped.
absolutely. He's incredibly athletic. And remember, Cosmo is 42. He's he is at the tail end of his career. I would have to give that round to Cosmo, but some really good damage landed by both fighters. Some really good strikes. Igor de Castaneda caught him a couple times clean there. Cosmo ate it for now. I really feel like either of these guys could go lights out at any second now. I'm not really sure what's going to happen here.
Interesting stance with Igor's
Yep.
coach over there.
There's that knee up the middle showing on the big screen. And there's that frame with the underhook. Another knee up the middle. Popped him right on his back there. Landed a nice overhand right. And that's right by us. You can see us in the corner of that shot there, Wolf.
You love to see it. Always making an appearance.
That's right. I'm very excited for round 2 of this one. This is going to be an absolute banger.
Yeah, I want to see them take the training wheels off. Not that they had them on very tightly in the first round.
Yeah, no, not at all. That was about as good as it gets there.
All right, fighters back into the pit. Touch gloves, and the round begins. Cosmo takes a knee. Kind of a leg slash knee there. All right, fighters still feeling each other out here in the first few
Yep.
seconds.
Cosmo-
Igor hopping around.
And Cosmo continuing to control the center of the pit there.
Oh, I think Cosmo caught him with that right hand.
Big shot there from Cosmo. Igor looking for the body kick. Cosmo able to evade. Igor narrowly evades death there with the leaping forward left hook from Cosmo.
Couple of feints.
A nut shot? I don't think a nut shot.
Yeah, Cosmo is down.
Cosmo is down.
Excited to see we broke through 7,000 viewers here.
Let's go.
And
We're
thank
going.
you. See more people just commenting and enjoying the fights. We hope you are.
Straight
We're
to the moon, baby.
bringing them to you for free. Hopefully you enjoy some good commentary, some good interviews. Oh, nice spinning back kick from Igor there. And another one.
Very nice.
Just a little bit lighter on the second. Another light kick. He's just testing him out. Ref has to really hustle to get out of the way here with the way Igor's moving around this pit.
Yeah, this ref's got to be in great shape. This is like his 10th fight.
There, nice leg kick from Cosmo. Igor returns, Cosmo checks it. Fighters still just circling each other. More action in that first round than this one so far. Mostly leg kicks here. Couple of light punches. A little tap there from Igor to the side of Cosmo's head. Oh, Cosmo feels like he's loading up here.
That right hand looks like it's landing pretty heavy there, or almost landing pretty heavy. All right, come on, Cosmo. Let's see what you got. Very slow-paced fight right now. Igor getting a couple of good jabs in there, mostly being parried and blocked by Cosmo, but he is finding the body there a few times. Cosmo trying to figure out his range here. Don't think he wants to get caught with that right hand by Igor again. Beautiful leg kick there off of the feint. Looked like he was going in for a boxing exchange, but then landed a perfectly placed kick right to the back of the hamstring there, which caused Igor to fold, and lands another one. Checks the return fire. You're not going to out Muay Thai Cosmo Alexander, I'll tell you that much. Oh, missed the kick there from Igor. And he seems to have decided to work that leg. That's 5 leg kicks in a row coming from Cosmo Alexander. It's always a good investment when you can go late into the fight and the other opponent's been eating leg kicks. Another very close round. I have no idea which way that round went.
Yeah, I call that one a toss-up. How much is the difference in the pain from these leg kicks? If you're wearing the pants, there's not really much difference, right?
The pants, no. If you noticed earlier, the amateurs, the IFC, they wear shins, and those do help a lot. The pants, unfortunately, do not.
They just kind of cover the swelling.
It quite literally feels like getting hit with a baseball bat. It's a shin, you know? It's a full shin connecting with you. And especially when you get checked, you're kicking a baseball bat.
Goat said girl with red hair.
Jillian Robertson. Welcome, welcome. And we are joined in the booth by Jillian Robertson. Pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for joining us.
It's a crazy night of fights tonight.
Absolutely. What's been your favorite so far?
I absolutely love the females go at it. So Jay Duran absolutely showed up, put out a killer performance. And then, honestly, Robelis Despanganese, I don't think you can pass up on that knockout. That was absolutely insane.
4 seconds, 3 seconds. You know, I had him in the booth earlier, and I asked him, I said, Robelis, how does being in the pit compare to being in the cage? And he said, I don't really see a difference. And I thought about it for a second. I said, well, I was in there for 5 seconds, so.
It's hard to see a difference.
Yeah, exactly. It's a great way to go through your fight career. Just finish every fight in 5 seconds. Absolutely. So I know you train at the Goat Shed. Goat Shed, obviously, very famously associated with karate combat. A lot of really good strikers coming out of there. But I think something people don't necessarily talk enough about is there's a lot of really good grapplers and submission artists in the Goat Shed. You have a lot of submissions in the UFC. We see Eileen Perez having a lot of success. Montez, who was just on the Contender Series. Can you tell me a little bit about the grappling program there? Some of the people you train with.
Oh yeah, I think that in karate combat especially, Goat Shed's striking program is definitely highlighted. But I think we are more of a grappling gym, honestly. Like the grappling, especially in our MMA fighters, that's where it shines. Like you said, with Eileen Perez, she has the most takedowns for any fight for any women.
for me, the most submissions out of any woman in the UFC. Obviously, Alberto just got his beautiful Anaconda. We really do just shine in the grappling side, and obviously with President Awesome leading us, it's a great combination.
Yeah, we have to thank you on behalf of. I put out a betting log every week, and you made us quite a bit of money. So, a deep thank you from me and hopefully everybody here who tells.
Thank you.
And
I'm waiting for the cut.
Oh, fair enough. Is that still allowed? I don't know. So you mentioned Jade Durand, and I know I did an interview with Dean Thomas a little while ago, and he mentioned that he works with her. He also mentioned he works with you. Have you had a chance to get any training in with her?
So Jade's kind of back and forth between Goatshed and then she goes back to France.
Okay.
So this camp, she wasn't with us at all. But so every once in a while, like I get rounds with her in the cage. So we've definitely gotten a lot of work together in the past. But this camp we didn't get to.
Okay, and you're obviously moving up the rankings in the UFC pretty quickly. You're coming off a pretty impressive decision win in your last fight. Do you have anybody that you're looking to fight or that you're looking to call out?
Well, currently I'm number 12, so I'm looking above me. Anybody
Fair.
who is ranked above me, I think Marina Moroz would be a good matchup for me. I think Amanda Lemos would be a good matchup for me. I think those are girls who are in like a good range where I'm not skipping up too high. I'm not jumping up to number 2, but I'm staying in like top 10 to top 5 range.
Man, I would love to watch you choke out Amanda Lemos. That would be fun.
Any of them. I'm just trying to get that sub record up,
Absolutely. No, absolutely. It's been fun to watch as of thus far, that's for sure. And, obviously, you like you said, you have the most subs in UFC history. You have a very grappling heavy strategy. Could you ever see yourself competing in the Pit Submission Series here in Karate Combat?
I actually have once before.
Oh, I didn't even know that. I didn't do my job.
So
who did you compete against?
Against Montana De La Rosa.
Okay.
So we were actually in the Tough House together. And
very cool.
Yeah, so we had a little bit of pass, and then we got to grapple in the Pit Submission Series in Cancun last year.
That's fun. That's a good spot.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. Wasn't a bad time.
I always like making a little mini vacation out of this, but I guess you're probably based nearby here.
Yeah, I'm about an hour. I'm in Miami, so I'm like an hour down south.
Okay, beautiful. And when can we expect to see you back in the cage?
I'm hopefully like April, March-ish area. I need a little time in between fights just for the weight cut. So I think that April would be a good time. And the word on the street is that there's a UFC Miami in April. So I would love to be on that.
I'm always looking for an excuse to come down here. I'm from Maryland. It gets very cold there. And the UFC doesn't like to come to Baltimore, but I don't blame them. Nobody likes to come to Baltimore. All right, I got one more question for you. I've been asking everybody who comes on the booth. We have a really compelling main event tonight. I have a feeling, based on your affiliations, I might know what your answer to this question will be in advance, but I'll ask it anyways. Can you give me your breakdown of tonight's fight and your winner?
So obviously, I'm definitely leaning one side. That being said, Owen is is also a very hard worker, very well-rounded, just having a PhD, being a farmer, being a former Karate Combat champion. I feel like just those skills in general show how capable of a person he is.
Yeah.
But that being said, Arturo is my teammate.
Of course.
He's the hardest worker I know. There isn't anybody in the gym who works harder than Arturo, and I just want to see great things happen for him. So I'm excited to see him get his hand raised tonight.
Absolutely. I mean, he's undefeated in the pit so far. I would argue he probably has the best highlight reel in Karate Combat. I mean, that dude's nuts. The Macaco flow.
Exactly.
He gave me a good explanation on what that was all about. And yeah, listen, I'm excited for that fight. I appreciate you so much. And can we grab a picture real quick?
Yeah.
Amazing. I'm a big fan.
Thank you so much.
My wife likes you too. I think she modeled her hair after you.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, we both enjoy your fights quite a bit. She'll freak out. Here we go. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yep. Jillian Robertson, folks. Another protege moving up in the UFC world out of the goat shed.
Very nice, very nice. What was the highlight of that interview?
Man, you keep doing this to me, but it's all the highlight.
It's all the highlight.
I got a UFC star next to me. I'm sitting next to a UFC star. That's the highlight. I do appreciate the fact that she called out Amanda Lemos. I told her I would appreciate it if she choked out Amanda Lemos for me. Amanda Lemos took a good amount of money from me on a bet, so
there you go.
That was
Revenge.
cool. And she corrected me for once my notes were wrong. She's actually competed in the pit once. She did a pit submission series. I was unaware of that, so
Very nice.
that was cool. I like to be humbled once in a while, you know. But yeah, Jillian Robertson on the stream. That's a big get. You'll see her in a title fight in the UFC one day. Mark my words.
Very impressive.
Is this going Cosmo, or is this going?
I thought there was one more round.
I don't think so. I think it's going Cosmo. They're going to give him 1 and 3. Oh, I wasn't even watching. It's a KO. There you go. I wasn't even watching. I was too starstruck by Jillian Robertson.
I was watching, and
I didn't see TK. I thought the round ended.
I didn't think the round ended. I guess the ref called it right near the end.
Sorry, guys. I'm going caffeine delirious. I apologize.
All good. All good. Roberto, shout out to you. Appreciate you asking us to adjust the angle and then responding. We love to see it. And thank you. We're almost at 9,000 people here. Can we get to 10,000 on the night? That would be fantastic. We'd love to see just a little
10K,
bit more
baby.
action. 10K, baby.
10K. All right. We got the main event coming up next. We have Arturo Vergara, nicknamed Macaco Flow. It means the style of the monkey.
Macaco Flow. He fought in the last one.
Yep. That's right. He was the co-main. He calls himself Macaco Flow because he can strike off his back. He can strike with his knees, his legs, his elbows, his hand, his pinky. He can strike you any way from any area, any time. He is undefeated in the pit. He's 4-0. 3 knockouts and 1 decision in his last fight. He's 3-2 in MMA. He hails from Chile and trains at the Goat Shed. He trains under President Awesome. He works as a personal trainer when he's not competing in karate combat. He actually recently trained with Team Teixeira. Got a good workout in with Alex Pereira and Eileen Pereira when they were in town for Karate Combat Salt Lake City. And his last fight, actually, I would argue that the decision was more impressive than the knockout because we were at high elevation. And I remember I had the elevation sickness when he traveled to a new place, and I could barely move. And this dude's putting in a hard 15, or it was 5 rounds actually, in the middle of the pit, just going to war, never slowing down for a minute. So don't underestimate Arturo Vergara's cardio. It is absolutely next level. On the other side, though, no slouch. We have Owen Chelmaya, and he's got a lot of history with karate combat. 7-2 makes him one of the most experienced fighters in the karate combat history. He's actually the first ever bantamweight champ after he won season 3 of Karate Combat.
Wow.
Outside of the pit, he has a degree in engineering. He has a PhD. He also runs a farm, and that's hands-on, not just personnel management. He won his last fight in 15 seconds at Karate Combat Nashville, and then actually got engaged, just like Rafael Alves did tonight during his post-fight speech. He's been training since he was 4 years old. He won the Irish Amateur Boxing Championship. He's an Irish Taekwondo champion. He's a champion in the Irish division of the IMMAF. Gabriel Vargas. Amazing. Huge.
We're good.
All right, Gabriel Vargas, thank you for joining us. Clearly fresh out of the medical tent.
Yeah, look at that eye.
Yeah, absolutely. Got a nice shiner there, and that was an absolute hell of a performance.
Thank you, sir.
Had a little bit of adversity in the beginning, and
No
then
kidding.
put the pace on, and really kind of beat the crap out of that guy.
Yeah, I hope he's okay. Yes, I'm going on the stretcher with oxygen on, so
Yeah. We love to see knockouts, but we never want to see anybody hurt.
no, definitely not.
What was going through your mind in the beginning there? You landed a big punch in the opening round, seemed to knock you down.
Yeah.
What flashed through your mind right there and then?
I always stayed pretty darn composed. At that point, it was just, okay, I'm going to have to rally. I knew going in that I was probably going to get tagged, and it happened, and just make it out of the first round, figure out a game plan. We figured he would break if I could get him into the later rounds and put some hurting on him. So, yeah, just had to do that.
Well, you certainly looked like you came into this fight in excellent physical shape. And it certainly did seem as we got later into the fight, he did start to get tired, seem a little bit more fatigued. At what point did you feel like you were starting to break him and pull ahead in the fight?
I saw in the second round when he got up slow. You can always tell somebody gets up slow or they breathe deep when you hit them, something like that. You see the life go out of them. It started to go out of him in the second. And at one point I went, he's getting up slow. I motioned to the ref, like, that's not fast enough, right? So I thought it was coming, but he's still dangerous.
Well, you're a bona fide, I think 6 or 7 time Muay Thai world champion. I know you have a lot of video tutorials out. I think you have one that's on sale right now for the holidays, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, yes. Those are training courses. I have all my tutorials on YouTube, and then the training courses at Strike Ready Combat.
Strike Ready,
yeah,
right.
Strike
I
Ready
knew it was-
Combat.
Okay. I had to remember. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
right. So you have Strike Ready. You actually did a seminar at my gym, Crazy 88, a while ago. That was a lot of fun. So I just wanted to know, a lot of our watchers here, they're big IFC fans. A lot of these guys are stepping in probably after one 12-week camp and then just entering their first fight immediately. What advice can you give to these guys as to, if you do have that short amount of time to get acclimated, what's the one thing that you could work on, or at least the first thing to focus on?
3 things. Always 3 things for your first fight. Number 1, you got to have the cardio. You don't have the cardio, you'll go 1 round, you come back, your corner says do this, you're like, I can't move my legs, can't breathe. Work the cardio. It can come in many forms, cross-training, could be running, swimming, assault bike, but get on that. Don't think that you can get into a fight and go all the rounds without having great cardio. You need it. Number 2, tone up your defense. You don't work defense at your gym, you're going to get hit. You won't have an answer on how to stay safe. And number 3, if you can't hurt the person, they won't respect you. They'll walk through you. So you got to make sure before you step in, you have the ability to actually hurt somebody with power.
Absolutely. Those are great tips. IFC guys, I hope you're paying attention. This is your 3rd fight in the pit, is that correct?
That was my 5th.
5th fight. Okay. Well, very impressive. You were actually the betting underdog. I don't know if you were aware of that, but
was it? Okay.
Obviously you shot that line up pretty good.
Good.
Yeah, absolutely. We love to see an underdog cash.
Yeah.
We picked you on our card. Don't worry. Is there anybody that you'd like to see in there? Maybe a top-ranked guy, a title shot? What do you see as next for yourself?
For myself, geez. I usually don't think beyond, honestly. I was focused on that 1 fight. Yeah, a title fight would be nice, but as I understand, there's already a title fight, an eliminator or something happening.
Right now, actually, yeah.
Title fight, my weight class.
Okay.
In February or something. So,
gotcha.
Yeah, I'm actually on some cool YouTube ultimate self-defense.
Right, I saw that you were on with Natan Levy and forget the other guys.
We got a good crew for that, so that's in May. So I'd like to get back in here in April, and the guys at my weight for the belt are fighting, I believe, in February, so that eliminates a title fight for my next one. So we'll look at possible opponents, hopefully get that lined up, and then in the later part of 2025, go for that belt right there.
Okay, I love it.
Yeah.
And you mentioned the Ultimate Self-Defense. I'm actually a huge fan of that show as well. What's been your favorite challenge as of thus far, or the most fun challenge for you, I guess? If you can call them fun.
Yeah, they look pretty intense.
They look brutal,
I need to prepare for that, actually. But I like the one on the bus.
Oh,
that
okay,
was
cool.
pretty wild. Yeah, like, what do you do when you're just crammed into space? You don't have movement. So I'm excited to see what happens. It'll be a new experience for me. I stopped doing self-defense, like proper self-defense, when I started kickboxing. It's been like 20 years. So I know how to punch and kick, but I'm going to have to change it up.
Fair enough. Yeah, there's a lot of different guys from a lot of different backgrounds in there, but as we saw you in here, I'm sure you'll figure something out. I'm not too worried about you. All right, for our final 30 seconds, is there anything? I want to shout him out. He does a lot of seminars, has a lot of great instructionals. Everybody should go check that out. But is there anything you want to shout out or anything you want to plug? We have about 10,000 people live right now.
Oh, awesome, guys. Head over to StrikeReadyCombat.com. I have my defense course and my offense course both on sale right now for the holidays. Saved like $200 on them. I've got such great feedback, over 1,000 sales on that. People love it, so check that out.
Well, congrats on all the success.
Thank you, sir.
If you have a chance to take his seminar, don't miss it. It's worth the money. And congratulations on the win again tonight.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Need help with that?
Yeah. Thank you.
Absolutely. All right. Very nice. Muay Thai legend
How about that?
on the stream. And he actually did a seminar at our gym not too long ago.
You're-
So that's
We're gonna have to go through after and clip up the stream.
I know. I still have to clip up the last one, honestly. I've been bad. Bubba and your fiance were yelling at me outside for that. Yeah, Gabriel Varga. Nice get there. Bubba crushing it as usual with the interviews.
Absolutely, absolutely. Never lets down. Nice. They had a good booth going over here too.
Owen Chelmia.
Here comes the cowboy hat.
I had trouble picking this one. I actually had the pleasure of conducting interviews with both of these guys on the Warriors Voice. They both have beautiful stories, very unique backgrounds, very unique entries into martial arts. They're both very accomplished inside of the pit and outside of the pit. And it's going to suck to see either guy lose, but I'm really excited for the winner to go on and challenge for that title.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a matador.
And don't forget, we learned with Chris Cyborg that the hat adds power.
It's true. It's true.
It's true. If you go back to our original stream, our first ever stream.
Back in the day. Is that Nashville?
Nashville. Did you stream at Austin?
No, we were just watching.
Oh, okay, cool. Just had to make sure I was your OG stream. You know?
The OG.
Cool, let's go.
All the ones that I've done.
Let's go. All right. And now entering the pit, undefeated. 4-0, 3 knockouts, 1 decision. Antonio Macaco Flow Vergara. And this man is all hype, pure electric, entering his first main event with the Karate Combat promotion. And he's definitely earned it. If there's one thing you can say about Arturo Vergara, it's that he has the best highlight reel, maybe other than Rafael Alves, in all of Karate Combat.
Wow.
Every time this dude throws a strike, it's something crazy. A jumping this, a switching this, a leaning this. He really lives up to that Macaco Flow nickname. Arturo Vergara is something special.
Absolutely. Look at President Awesome repping the Karate Combat belt over here in the corner.
That's a pretty looking belt. That'll hold your pants up in style.
You do more than that.
Arturo Vergara with a little bit of showmanship there. And these guys are friends outside of the cage. They have trained together in the past. Owen Chelmai did not do a guest stint at the, usually preps for his fights at the Goat Shib. He did not do that this time around because that's where his opponent was training out of.
All right, fighters begin.
And just some attributes of Chelmia. He is an Irish amateur boxing champion and a Taekwondo amateur boxing champion. So look to see him use those blitzing attacks. Very good at range management. Arturo Vergara is just a firecracker. He will throw the kitchen sink at you, let you throw it back, eat it on the chin, and smile. This should be a battle right here. Oh, Chelmia, nice knee from the clinch. Arturo returns his own knee from the clinch. Arturo enters the plum, ends up in a single collar tie. Chelmia comes up with some punches. Arturo doing a great job breaking his posture. Excellent knees up the middle from Arturo, doing a good job controlling Chelmia up against the pit wall. Arturo keeping that single collar and that overhook. Getting a grip on the back of the tricep, moving back to the overhook, keeping good wrist control. Beautiful knee up the center. Oh, wow! Arturo Vergara! Knockout! First round! Off of the frame knee! Arturo Vergara! He's your new Karate Combat champion!
That was for the belts?
I believe so, yeah. Because the champ just retired. I hope I'm not wrong about that.
He's holding the belt over there.
Unbelievable win from Arturo Vergara. Framing in the clinch, catches Owen Chelmia with the knee to the head, puts him down, finishes him with a vicious ground and pound.
Absolutely insane.
Absolute banger of a main event, folks. Arturo signaling for the crowd to be quiet so they can make sure Owen Chalmia is okay. Chalmia's fiance rushing into the mix. President Awesome looking concerned. There is no bad blood in this fight. Arturo and Owen Chalmia are good friends. Owen Chalmia is getting back to his feet. He's coming to. It looks like everything okay. Arturo taking a moment to bask in front of the crowd.
That was quick.
And this is the third time that a stretcher is being brought into the pit here. It's been an absolutely brutal night full of violence.
Wow.
And we wish Owen Chalmia all the best, of course. Looks like he's coming too, though. That's a tough MFer right there. It's going to take a lot to put him out.
Those are some hammer fists coming down.
Arturo Vergara is no joke, man. Unbelievable striking talent out of the goat shed right there.
And he's up.
All right, Owen Chalmia is on his own 2 feet, giving President Awesome a hug. He is one of the longest standing veterans with the company. President Awesome looking pretty emotional over there, where everyone's glad Owen Chalmia is okay. Arturo looks glad as well. Everyone looking very emotional here in the center of the pit.
Wow.
Owen Chalmia's fiance there also standing with him.
Yeah, I saw her training with him before the fight.
Yep, she was holding his pads. She's a pretty accomplished striker herself. She's been training with him quite a while. She helps him warm up for a lot of his fights. He was talking to us about that during the interview. I love the camaraderie here, the brotherhood. Chalmia and Arturo Vergara hugging it out in the center of the pit. Not the fight I expected, but
I think that's the
both
only
these
one that I
guys were
missed.
capable of making that happen.
I think it's the only one I missed on the card.
Oh, you picked Chalmia?
I believe I picked Chalmia.
Well, now that it's over, I could say I picked Vergara. I didn't want to be biased before I interviewed both guys. But I got the bet slips to prove it.
All right, Cosmo coming into the booth.
In the underwear. Hey, look at it. It's warm.
Perfect timing.
Cosmo, welcome to the stream. Pleasure to have
Thanks,
you.
brother. Thank you.
Excellent win tonight. This was your Karate Combat debut.
Yeah.
Obviously, this is not your conventional MMA event. What do you think of the atmosphere in here? How has it been
Man.
different than everything else?
It's different, right? It's very different, but I had fun. That was my goal. Like, had fun and don't get hurt, you know? And thank God everything was good.
Well, you look like you just went for a light jog, so I think you did a good job.
Yeah, it was good. Thank God, man. Yeah.
Absolutely. Really impressive fight. Obviously, you know, you're one of the most accomplished strikers to come out of Brazil. Have a long, you know, very strong career with a lot of accomplishments. Up until this point, what would you say your career highlight is?
Bro, I don't know, man. Like, I retired like 2 years ago.
Retired?
Yes. So I was like, for this fight, I had like so many injuries to start training again. And then my coach from Thailand couldn't come here. I couldn't go to Thailand. So my training was run and hit the bag, run, hit the bag. So that's what the only thing I can think now is about that. Like, you know, like to have fun, don't get hurt. And then after that, see what is the next step.
Okay, absolutely. And obviously you're out of retirement now. You had a very impressive debut. Is there anybody else that you want to see in the pit? Anybody
Brother,
catch your eye?
I never ever told nobody to fight. But for me, my last fight, like career, I really would love to fight Walkout.
Okay. Like it. I like it.
Yeah.
And, you know, we've seen a lot of great fights tonight. Any of the other, did you manage to catch any of the other fights?
No.
No, you're warming
I
up
just
for your...
want to fight Walkout.
Fair enough. And you were the second to last fight, so I guess you didn't see that. We just saw a beautiful knockout here from Arturo Vergara. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
First round. We had a lot of first round knockouts tonight.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true.
This is the third stretcher, unfortunately. You never like to see that. You lived in Thailand for a while to train Muay Thai, is that correct?
Yes.
Where did you train at? What was the culture like there, and how was your experience?
Man, it was tough. It was like hard. Like I was there 1 year, 2007 to 2008, and then I started coming back like for a few months every year, and it was very hard because I was living in a small city, and like nobody speak English. It was like I had to really learn and leave the Thai culture, So for me, it was hard, but was like worth it, So that's the things I still like to bring to my life about the training, about the respect, about everything. So it was good.
And I saw you competed, and I think you won the King's Cup in Thailand.
Yeah, 2009.
And that's for people who are watching who don't know, that's one of the most coveted tournaments in all of Thailand. Can you tell me a little bit about that experience and what those fights were like? I'm sure they were very tough.
Yes, 2009 was when I got the King's Cup. 3 fights in the same night. And normally the King is there watching, but at that time he was sick. He couldn't go anymore to the show.
He missed a good show.
300,000 people there, bro. Was like amazing.
300,000?
Yeah,
wow, that's
300,000
crazy.
people in Bangkok. And I come back for 2010, and I know I won 2010, but they gave to Yodsen Clay. So, but it was good, was very good experience.
Absolutely. And I don't know if you're aware, before the Karate Combat events, they have the influencer fighter events where some of the guys with less fight experience, maybe they even have 3-4 months, they go in there with the 4-ounce gloves and all that, and they fight. It's crazy. So my question to you, I've asked all the good kickboxers who have come on here, and obviously you're a legend. If there's a guy who's prepping for a fight and he doesn't know anything and he's got 3 months, what are 1 or 2 things that he should focus on? What advice can you give these guys?
Defense.
Just defense.
Yeah, I have 107 fights with this fight. I got knocked out once, right? Because my mind was I was defense first. The most important thing is defense. Everybody can throw punches, but good defense will win titles.
Well, I'm sitting here next to him, and he doesn't have a scratch on him, so I believe every word you're saying. And before we let you go, there's 10,000 people on the stream right now. Is there anything that you want to plug, anything that you want to shout out, anything you want to say to our audience?
Guys, most important thing I would like to say, I don't deserve this win, but Jesus is so good. With his mercy, with his love, I really don't deserve, but God is still blessing every day with my training, with my gym. I have a gym in Naples, in Fort Myers. We call Muay Thai Good Boy Family. And I'm so blessed, so blessed. And for who fought today and lost, one loss, not even define who you are. I have I lost already a few times, and never let this thing bring you your life, get depressed or something like that. Fight is fight. You win, you lose, you win, you lose. So who lost today? Remember, this loss tonight will not define who you are.
I appreciate it.
Thanks, brother.
Absolute legend in the booth. Thank you so much for gracing us with your presence and your wise words. Appreciate it. Here, I'll take that. Thanks a lot, man. Appreciate it. Wild fights. Knockout after knockout after knockout after knockout.
All right, we're gonna keep
we had
this
1
running.
decision or 2 decisions tonight. But we have the pit submission series.
It sounds like Rashad Evans might also be joining us in here.
Oh, cool.
Let's see if we have Rashad coming over here.
He's right there.
Look at that man holding up the karate belt.
Oh, hell yeah.
Here come the wrestlers. Who you got in this one?
Oh, De Souza.
Yeah.
I'm rocking with De Souza.
I could try, but it's gonna be really zoomed in. I can learn. You think if I go like where that guy is in the black shirt? Yeah. Yeah, let me see that.
All right, it's time for the battle of the thick boys. I know Bubba's working his way over right now to Rashad. Look at that.
I love it.
You got a whole slew of fighters in here tonight.
Yeah, it's great. There's a lot of fighters who train in Miami.
Bro, they had him stitched up already. For
There's-
Gabriel.
Yeah, it's crazy that he. By the way, when Gabriel Vargas came on here, he was dripping blood into his hand. Like when I was sitting next to him, there was still fresh blood all over his arm. That dude gives no Fs. That is a tough MFer. So over here we have De Jesus. Oh no, I'm sorry. This is De Sosa, Roosevelt De Sosa. What's up?
The ref was asking if we had a pen.
A pen?
A pen for drawing.
Oh, that's funny. So, Roosevelt Sosa walking out. He won his last pit submission series match over King Kong. That's Alexander Romanov. He got the heel hook.
Right.
He's a very, very strong guard. Very good sweeps off of his back. Likes
6'4".
playing off his back. He's a big guy. 6'4", 260 plus. Very, very big dude. 63-22 record on flow grappling.
Not a small gentleman.
He actually won South American trials for ADCC black belt, so that's a pretty impressive accolade there. On the other side, we have Daishi Gato. He got gold in the ADCC US Open, Nogi.
He's the Gatorilla.
And silver in the ADCC Open in Texas. Has a couple of Naga trophies as well. And he won New Breed in Baltimore. He trains out of Freedom Jiu-Jitsu.
How about that, Baltimore?
Yep. This is a good match. I do see Souza having a pretty big advantage here, though. He's a lot more experienced, a lot bigger, a lot longer limbs.
Yeah.
Probably will be the stronger, more athletic guy. But hey, you know, this is a fight. Anything can happen.
You never know.
All right, Roosevelt doing a good job controlling the hands. Gotti shoots a double there. Roosevelt blocks it with the double underhooks. Roosevelt has him tied up right now in a collar tie. Switches to a single arm collar tie. Gotti grabs the wrist of Roosevelt. Roosevelt resets, still has that single arm collar tie. And the fighters break. Gotti level changes. Roosevelt counters. Roosevelt looking for the underhook, possibly using the wall to maybe leverage him. Gotti walks up the wall to avoid being flattened out. Gotti and Roosevelt, forehead to forehead right now. Roosevelt enters the single arm collar tie, maintaining wrist control on the left side. Up. Fighters are now have their left hands locked. Gotti looks like he's looking to get the lower level, trying to peel the elbow. Roosevelt turns with him and breaks. Fighters re-engage. Roosevelt looking for that single arm collar tie. Fighters re-engage again. Hand fighting. Gotti feinting the level change. Roosevelt looking for the single leg. Can't reach it. Gotti entering the inside. Roosevelt getting a modified plum. Roosevelt back to that single arm collar tie. Gotti counters with his own single arm collar tie. Roosevelt switches sides. Roosevelt looking to pummel. Gotti now has a 2-arm collar tie with both arms on the inside. And now they have a stalemate collar tie. 1 arm on the collar tie, 1 arm on the bicep. Fighters break again, enter the center of the pit. Roosevelt seems to be looking towards that lower leg. He's complaining to the ref about something. Maybe it's the headbutting. Gotti does seem to be using his head to move forward. Gotti runs off the wall, shoots a double leg, but Roosevelt able to peel that with the underhook.
Roosevelt's so much bigger.
Roosevelt is quite the large man. He definitely held his own in the wrestling exchanges against Alexander Romanov. If that gives you any of an idea of the kind of power this guy has. Looking for the hip toss there. Didn't quite get it. Didn't have a wrist grip. Gotti able to pull free. Gotti looking to push his weight forward into Roosevelt. He's the smaller fighter with the lower center of gravity. Roosevelt controlling the arms, looking for his own takedown there, shoots at the legs of Gotti. Gotti now on the outside. Roosevelt back up to the wall, but turns around the position. Roosevelt back to the center. Gotti has his back to the pit wall here. Oh, Roosevelt pulls guard. He is tired of playing with this on the feet. He pulls guard. Gotti framing off the face there. Looking to rough up Roosevelt a little bit. Roosevelt does have a very, very good guard, so we'll see how Gotti proceeds here. And just a reminder for you guys at home who are less familiar with the rules of jiu-jitsu, being in the guard does not put Roosevelt as a disadvantage. Let's do it. Yep. Hey, how you doing?
Good chat with you again.
All right, guys, in the booth with us for these pit submission series, we have Rashad Evans here, MMA legend. Thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate it,
man,
Rashad.
thank you, man. I appreciate you, man.
What do you make of the fights tonight so far? Do you have a favorite? Obviously, been a lot of really cool knockouts.
You know, I like the Cosmo fight. Cosmo's a boy of mine. We used to train together back in the Black Zillions days. And, you know, I mean, he's one of those dudes that I spar, and I'm just like, yo, you gotta pull back, man. So I was excited to see him perform live. He did his thing.
Absolutely. Cosmo had a great performance, got a TKO in the third round. He came into the booth actually a little while ago, said his number one advice for young fighters, we were talking about some of the IFC guys, was defense, 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 and he looked like he had just went for a light jog. So on that note, obviously you're an incredibly accomplished fighter, ex-UFC champion, of course. What would your advice be for some of these IFC guys who are maybe coming into their first fight after just 3-4 months of training?
You know, you got to try to find a way to simulate this as much as possible. I mean, nothing is quite like this because you have the upward edges and you still got to learn how to manipulate that. But understanding the offensive, understanding where you need to have your back. Don't have your back to the edge of the ramp so you're riding that area where they get one strike off and you're not able to defensively move and maneuver right. Stay in the center, keep your back. And I've seen it. Some of the guys have the best work when they stay in the center of the square.
Absolutely. You know, the pit's obviously a new phenomenon. We've had the cage, the ring. This is a new structure that's kind of breaking onto the scene. You, not too long ago, I think, had a fight and got a win. Was that Eagle FC, if I remember correctly?
Eagle FC, yeah.
Eagle FC.
Yeah.
Could you ever see yourself doing something like this, whether it's a karate combat match or maybe even a pit submission series?
Yeah.
We had Rampage Jackson here last week.
Yeah, so definitely, man. Listen, I like competition. And I like to be able to challenge myself, because there's nothing that challenges you like a mano-a-mano competition. And look, what I like is performing in front of a crowd. And what I see here is a very special just cohesion of fans and athletes and just the whole production of it. They're right here. And that changes an experience because it's an experience.
Absolutely.
This is a professional event, not like many other, and it's on the same vein that made UFC what it was. What made UFC what it was is the connection with the fans. Fans were coming to UFC events, and they were meeting real fighters, and they were having great experiences, and that experience was translated to big ticket sales, and now it's one of the biggest sports in the world, as we know.
Absolutely. Reaching almost a $20 billion valuation recently.
Yeah.
So we're catching up to the other major North American sports, which is fantastic. And I was just going to ask, you know, we've had obviously a lot of incredible fights tonight. Can you pick one fight that maybe stood out to you?
Man, you know, I like the Kama Worthy fight, but you know, I love the knockout. I don't know the names, so that's why it's hard for me to say. I just jumped in here, so.
Rafael Alves.
Yeah, Alves.
Yeah.
Alves. Yeah,
he was in the UFC too.
Yeah, he had a really strong game. I thought that Kama came back and really made it a fun fight to watch. And you know, when I first came here, I seen two people get knocked out, and they were very looked like phantom blows. So it goes down quick here.
That cardio kick scared me.
Oh my gosh!
I thought it was over right there.
The action is fast, and one of the things that, you know, they're like, do you like this over any other combative sports? And I'm like, you know what? It's uniquely, it's its own thing, and that's okay to be like that, because, you know, it it has its own style, you know, and the pit brings that differentiation where it's like, this is something different.
Absolutely. No, 100%. I mean, I feel like I'm in an old Street Fighter game right now. I'm in a hangar surrounded by planes and cars, watching karatecas beat each other up.
I mean,
It's surreal.
You know, it's like I was recording, and I'm like, dang, there's these dudes like right here in front of me. Not over there, but they're right in front of me
Literally.
fighting. So that was a cool thing, man. I like that experience, and I feel like a lot of fans, you pull a lot of fans in, and you get them excited, and you feel that energy, man.
Absolutely.
So that energy is something that just exudes from the pit to the rest of the arena.
Absolutely, and you can definitely, for anyone, I know a lot of you have been to these events. For anyone who's been to a karate combat event, you can walk in, you can really feel the electricity in the air.
Yeah,
it's definitely something special. President also knows how to put on a party. I'll give him that.
You know what? And this location too is such a great location because it has a cool feel to it.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like I'm in some kind of military base or something like that.
We
You know
actually
what I'm saying?
found out this is the Bet David Consulting. This is Patrick Bet David's private hangar and all his cars and his planes. So
okay.
thanks for hosting.
Okay.
Yeah, they always find an interesting place. I know they had the
DVD,
mansion party one year and the beach.
Yeah.
So you don't see a lot of UFC fights at mansion parties. I'll give them that. You know, this is something unique.
Yeah, this is pretty cool, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, boy.
What's going on here? Resetting position. Have you been following much of the pit submission series for Karate Combat?
No, I haven't, but I think it's pretty fascinating that you guys do that. You know, I feel that it gives a fan a little something. You know, a little something for everybody.
I think CGI really showed people what the pit submission series can do.
Yeah.
Oh, we have De Souza on the back over here. Gotti looks to be in some trouble there.
Oh man, that body lock is on him tight.
Oh man, hard to breathe when you got that thing on you.
Absolutely. He's got to fight those hands though.
Oh, he's got the
Gotta get
arm
his body
trapped
out.
over there. This might be it.
He's got to get his own.
Very nice. De Souza secures the rear naked choke. And he actually, he was out here in Nashville, and he got a heel hook on Alexander Romanov, and that just blew my mind.
Romanov.
That guy's huge.
Oh my God.
When I was standing next to him, I couldn't fit in the booth. I had to go off frame.
Wow. That's a big dude, man.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a scary man. But there you go. De Souza finishes the rear naked choke. So we had Arturo Vergara. He won the lightweight title tonight. Any opponents you'd like to see him face in his next fight? It's 5-0 now.
You know, I don't even know, man. To be honest, I'm just really getting into the Karate Combat game. This is my first one.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, I've seen some through highlights, but I never really got down with it. But it's all about having the experience, right? Once you go there, you have the experience. You feel the energy. It intrigues you. Now I'm intrigued. Now I want to know more.
Absolutely. And, you know, we've got a lot of people come on here and say the same exact thing. We had Mickey Mace on a couple weeks ago who said the same exact thing. Alex Pereira came on here, said he might be interested in a pit submission series.
Oh my God.
Love to see that. We know he's been working with his judo with Kayla Harrison.
Yeah.
You know, going into that Salt Lake City event, we do a lot of betting on this channel.
Yeah.
The number one prop bet on all of sports betting was Alex Pereira by submission at plus 1,600.
Hey, people got a lot of faith, man. They got a lot of faith he's going to do it. And listen,
I'd love to see it.
Listen, it can definitely happen because now he made himself such a terrorist on the feet.
Yeah.
And now he's sending people to, you know, to hell with his power. So all it takes is one little day's punch that he does, and he can follow up with a submission and get that submission win.
Yeah, it seems to run in the family. A month ago, his sister came in here, laid out Demi Bagby out of Connor's gym just with that nice left hook. She said, I asked her, I said, is the left hook like a Pereira thing? She said, it's not about the weapon you use, it's about the person wielding it. So don't mess with the Pereiras, that's for
sounds
sure.
like she got some wisdom, too. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Hanging out around the right people, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
Oh, we're coming on the last match of the night here. I think we got another guest coming on in a minute. But before you go, is there anything? We have 10,000 people on here. anything you want to plug, anything you want to say, anything you want to shout out?
You know, I would say, one of the things that I've been on the last few times, from the last few years since I transitioned from MMA, is I've been working on functional mushrooms, and I have a company. It's called Umbo. Go to getumbo.com and get some functional mushrooms. Functional mushrooms are amazing for just about everything. It's really one of those adaptogens that can balance the body out in a way that leads to just better health and better neurological health. And, it's really done wonders for me through my transition to the next phase of my life.
Wow. Okay. Functional mushrooms. You heard it here first.
Go to getumbo.com.
Sorry, what was that? One more time?
Go to getumbo.com.
Here, write it down in here, and I'm going to
right.
put it in the chat for you, all right?
There you go.
Here. Hold on. Get my notepad open here. I want to make sure these guys can get the link.
Absolutely.
You know, I might have to check that out too.
Listen. Yes. That's what it's all about.
Functional mushrooms. I see there's a lot of research going on in like Colorado and things like that about the effects on your brainwaves. So it's nice to see that kind of research is being legitimized now.
Yeah, we work with this company, Unlimited Sciences, that does a really good job of really just trying to find a way to quantify the science behind it, because not a lot is known about mushrooms over in the Western culture, but over in Eastern culture, Chinese traditional medicine is known for thousands of years, just the benefits of mushrooms, and their doctors prescribe it, and there's a lot to functional mushrooms that could really save people's life and just, really help them live a better, healthier life.
Well, that makes a lot of sense, and that seems like an excellent use of your time outside the cage. And with that, I appreciate you. Do you mind if I grab a picture? I'm a big fan.
No problem at all, man.
Thank you. I'm used to seeing you on the other side of the screen, so I got to take advantage. All right. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Take care.
It was a pleasure.
Thank you.
I got it.
Let's go, Mike.
Take care.
Rashad Evans, folks, former UFC light heavyweight champion. Current.
He's the first one I've had to adjust the headset back.
It's the hair. It's the hair.
Oh, I was going to say.
Come on, he don't got a bigger head than Robellos.
Good point. That's a good point.
Robellos a big man. I think Robellos is the second biggest person we've ever had in the booth.
Second after Alexander.
Yeah, Romanov's not taller, but holy, that guy was big.
Absolutely. Oh, we got another fighter actually coming in for you right now.
Oh, cool.
Sniper. With the transit.
Who is it?
Yeah, we put two. Perfect. Got a chair for you too. If you wanted, or you can stand in between. There you go.
Oh my God, de una. Ok. Mika, ¿no te ves? Vení. Espera, dile que está grande. Está grande. Está grande, se me cae.
Too small?
No, he's too big.
Oh, it's too big.
He's got a big head.
Yeah.
Oh, me voy a tener que agarrar, ok. Sí. Acércate la foto.
There we go.
Okay.
All right. We got in the booth Eileen Perez, who's on an absolute tear in the UFC right now. When you speak, just speak into her mic, okay? So the crowd can hear. First question, Eileen, your last fight, you looked a little shaky coming off the scale, but then you went into the cage and you got a really fast submission and you look really fantastic. What was the deal there? Were you really suffering from the weight cut, or were you playing possum a little bit?
La última pelea tuvieron un poquito movida en el pesaje, que quiere que cuenten un poco qué fue lo que pasó, que si estaba nerviosa y que la sumisión que hiciste fue bastante rápido. ¿Qué pasó en el pesaje?
Ok, primero, thank you so much por estar acá con todo el show de Karate Combat, una noche increíble.
Thank you for everything, for having me here.
Sure.
Hey, good luck. There you go. There you go.
Lo que ocurrió en el pesaje anterior fue que la pifiamos, hicimos un error
en lo que fue en el corte de agua y en la deshidratación, ya que había aumentado musculatura en las piernas. Entonces, por eso nos faltó esa media libra, porque estaba más grande de lo que imaginamos.
So we have a little mistake on the weight cut, so we gained a lot of muscles, and then so the weight cut, it was hard to burn all the fat and to cut all the weight from the fat because we're having not so much fat, so it couldn't get like so fast.
Got it. Okay, that makes sense. And
Muscle,
oh wow,
muscle. Oh my
I don't want no
God.
smoke.
Aileen está durísima.
Well, she can bench more than me. It's confirmed. Amazing. You're on a nice little win streak in the UFC. You seem to be really good at finding the submissions. Who would you like to face next inside the octagon?
Han tenido una buena racha, ha ganado varias peleas seguidas. ¿Con quién te gustaría pelear ahora?
Uf. Primero le voy a ganar a Carol Rose el 18 de enero en Los Ángeles.
She's gonna win first to Carol Rose on January 18 in LA.
Y después voy por el top 5. Así que la que esté entre la 5 y la 1 va a tener que correr de mí porque voy al cinturón.
And then she's gonna go on the top 5 contenders, and then she's have a very important message that they have to run away because she's gonna get the belt.
I hear. Well, I know that you have some very special dance moves that you like to do when you win a fight. Are you going to have a special dance move for when you do win the belt?
Él dice que tiene un importante baile al entrar y si tienes alguno más importante para la próxima pelea.
Obvio, mis bailes se actualizan y se evolucionan como mis desempeños.
She's doing an upgrade in every single fight on her dancing part.
I love it. I love it. I'm sure Joe Rogan loves it too. And she has a lot of submissions in the UFC. Is there maybe somebody that she would consider one day fighting in the Pit Submission Series, in the Pit here, Karate Combat?
Que has tenido muchas sumisiones en tu carrera de UFC y si te interesaría hacer alguna pelea de sumisión aquí en el Pit de Karate Combat.
Of course, obvio. De hecho, antes de esta pelea habíamos hablado que eso iba a ser posible, pero bueno, cuando llega una pelea del top hay que hacerla.
Yeah, she said that she's always down for it, and then before they were talking about the possibility to do that here in the Karate Combat Pit, but then she's waiting.
Okay. And there's a lot of really good grapplers at the Goat Shed, especially in the women's division. Who is her favorite person to train with at the Goat Shed?
Hay demasiadas personas buenas en Goat Shed, especialmente en las sumisiones. ¿Con quién te gusta entrenar más?
Me gusta entrenar más con Micaías, un compañero que viene de República Dominicana, con Arturo Vergara, que acaba de ganar su cinturón. Y bueno, y siempre es buena oportunidad entrenar con las mujeres, ¿sabes? Más allá de que soy muy grande, las chicas son muy técnicas y me ayudan mucho a pensar bastante.
She always like to train with our partner Micaías from Dominican Republic. He's also a good fighter from LFA, and also Arturo Vergara. He just won the title here right now.
Great performance by Arturo.
She likes to train with all the other ladies at the gym. That is smaller, but also very technical.
Yes, Roy Echeverría también.
Roy also.
Gillian Robertson.
Yeah, we just had Jillian Robertson on here. How is it rolling with Jillian Robertson? She has the most submissions in UFC women's history.
Of course, todas las chicas que vienen a hacer sparring con ella son finalizadas.
Yeah, she said that every single lady that goes to sparring with her, they're always tough.
Yep. Y vienen buenas chicas a entrenar con Gillian.
I believe it.
Tienen buen nivel.
They come like a lot of girls with a lot of experience and also good level to train with her.
Beautiful. Yeah, no, there's a lot of definitely a lot of good bodies at the Goat Shed. We know that much. And is there anything you want to say to Arturo? You know, obviously he just became the world champion. He's your teammate. Do you have a message for him?
Sí, que estoy muy feliz. Sabía que lo iba a lograr. Soy parte de Arturo hace más de un año y claro que sí.
sure. He's a very special guy. He works a lot. And then she knew at the beginning that he's going to make it. And then he's going to get the title.
Como él también es parte de mis evoluciones, porque mi sparring, mi compañero de todos los días, entonces tenemos algo bueno. Mira, los dos, él ganó su quinta pelea esta noche. Yo voy por mi quinta victoria, así que estamos iguales en el récord.
He's part of the training and also on the progress that both of them are making. And he won his fifth fight, and then she's going to win her fifth fight.
Okay, amazing. And then tell her one more question. At the end of each of these interviews, we have 10,000 people on here. If there's anything that she wants to shout out or plug or acknowledge, she can speak direct to our audience.
Sí, a todos los fans que me están viendo, el 18 de enero voy a coronar en Los Ángeles y voy a entrar al top 10 de la división y voy a ser la primera campeona argentina.
She's saying like on January she's gonna be the champion, and she's going all the way. She's gonna be the first Argentinian champion of UFC.
Which choke are you going to use on Rosa?
¿Cuál sumisión vas a hacerle a Rosa?
Le voy a romper los brazos.
She's gonna break her arms.
Le voy a romper los brazos con las patadas primero.
First with the kicks.
Y en el piso la voy a finalizar.
And then on the ground she's gonna finalize her.
Okay, you heard it here first. I
Si
love
es que
it.
no la mato en el ground pound antes, porque viste, para llegar a la sumisión hay que meter unos golpes. Y vengo durísima.
Rosa has to first take all the hands and all the punches, and then if she's survive, okay, then let's go to the ground.
Can you tell her I'm going to bet my rent? I'm going to bet my rent on her, okay?
Que va a hacer una apuesta de su renta.
Easy money, free money.
No aseguro más nada que un twerk y una victoria. Así que el otro viene solo.
It's a win and also a twerk.
Okay, good stuff. I love it.
Thank you so much. No se olviden de suscribirse a mi OnlyFans.
Subscribe to her OnlyFans, Aileen Perez.
Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. There's Aileen Perez, everyone. We're getting a star-studded lineup. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Getting a star-studded lineup tonight. All the stars out here in Florida for the Karate Combat event. And we're in the second round of the Pit Submission Series here. We have
Wow.
Sainz versus Jesus. That was a hell of an interview.
That looks like another great one. Quite the ending.
I did tell her to plug anything, to be fair.
You told her to plug anything.
Didn't see that coming, but
Did not see that one. That's the first time that's been plugged on one of our streams. But we
That's
are
right.
inclusive.
This is the business that Wolf is in now.
You are what you eat.
Oh, this guy. Mr. Just got engaged. Shout out to this guy. He just got engaged. Everyone wish him a hearty
Us too.
congratulations in the
We-
comments.
We support from afar. Yeah. All right. This fight is winding down here.
Yes, this has been pretty much all Sainz as of this far. Jesus does have some top control right now, but unable to pass the guard at the moment. Sainz has a pretty tight, almost like a triangle on that far leg there.
I think that is game.
She said, like, what's the Instagram?
Thank you.
How about that? 13,500 viewers.
Yeah, look at that. I
Freak
think
it up.
Aileen, I think you dirty guys are on here for Aileen Perez, huh? I see you. That doesn't happen on our show.
Said I love karate. Hey, your shout
None of
out.
that.
Shout out.
None of that post-fight celebration here. We keep it clean here.
All right. I think
All right.
This is the last one.
This is the end of the fight.
Yeah.
This is the end of the card.
Last decision to be made.
This is the end. It ended so early. I'm shocked.
That's what happens when you have all those knockouts.
I know. How many first-round knockouts do we have? Like 6?
Many.
Crazy. Wow, tonight was a real treat. building full of stars. Each knockout beat the next. The paramedics were surely busy. That's for certain.
Wildly.
It's gonna be Saints.
Let's
It's gonna
see
be
it.
Saints. He's gonna win on advantages. He had passes. He had heel hooks. It's Saints. It has to be.
Here comes the announcement.
Saints. Split decision. Wow. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's see.
Wow.
Oh.
Had a lot
Okay.
of top control.
I'm surprised. Yeah, but he had the advantages, but I guess maybe he had a pass in there I didn't see. Okay. Great matchup. These are two young guys. Both these guys are under 20.
20?
Yeah, under 20.
Under 20. Wow.
Yep. I don't know if 18 or 19, but
the young bucks.
Yep, absolutely. That was a great match. That's the future of jiu-jitsu right there, folks.
Amazing, amazing. I think we are coming to the end here, unless there are any other celebs that are going to be hopping onto our stream.
What the hell is that?
Dang, the IFC guys left before the jiu-jitsu matches.
It's okay. We're shouting them out. We're shouting them out. I'm going to go check them out. Do we have President Awesome? He might be the last person that I'd bring on for tonight.
That was huge.
I don't see him, though.
We still have to figure out who that guy is. I feel like you should put him on the camera and somebody in the chat will know.
Which guy?
That guy. The guy who we said looks like a WWE fighter.
Oh, yeah. He kind of looks like Aquaman.
He does. Maybe he's like a Florida Dolphin. We need someone to tell us.
No, I think I'd recognize him potentially if he was a Dolphin.
There.
Wow, what a show, what a show.
Yeah.
Here's President Awesome coming up to close things out, it looks like.
Beautiful. What a party.
There he is.
You think Shaziv Ren's going home in that private jet?
Go ahead and give that review.
What's up, guys? This is not just to close the show. You know what to say. We have unbelievable fights. This is how we want to close the year. Everybody's not real idea what we covered throughout this year. It's crazy. I think that's one of the person back on December.
I'm impressed he's not sweating.
I know. I'm sweating. I'm wearing a t-shirt. I wonder if my wife is still awake.
Watching the stream.
My wife.
We still got people commenting even late into the evening here.
Let's go. I love the love for Rashad Evans in the chat. That dude's a legend. True UFC legend. I asked him if he would grapple with Rampage. He didn't even bite. I was disappointed. I don't want to push it again, though. He's a lot bigger than me.
He is. They have a jet in the back. They have a jet in the back of the shot.
He just said who that guy was, and I missed it. Fucked up.
Something Amos?
He's got to be a fighter.
Gotta be a fighter. Looks like a WWE guy.
No, I said a fighter.
Actual fighter.
Yeah. Crazy stuff.
Press! Press! Seeing if we can get him as our last guest, but we may.
Is that?
We may be on our wrap up for.
Am I high or is that Cowboy?
Cow who?
I'm high. That's not Cowboy. That's not Cowboy.
No. That's Donald Cerrone?
That looked like Cowboy from the side for a second. It's
No,
not. It's
no,
not.
no.
It's not. It's not.
All right. I think with that, looks like they are trying to get him to come on the stream to close it out.
Look at
See
Bubba
him.
over there. He's stalking him. I love it.
See what Prez! All right. The Prez is walking away, so I think that might be our cue to wrap this one on up. Any recap thoughts here before we close on out?
One of the best Karate Combat cards I've ever seen. You know what? Fuck it. That was the best Karate Combat card I've ever seen.
It was.
I can't believe how many stretchers we saw. The paramedics earned their money tonight. Robellis had an amazing debut. Arturo Vergara is champion.
Robellis was
Rafael Alves made another highlight reel. This night lived up to everything I expected. I'm so excited about these interviews. Gav, thank you for having me out here. Congrats on your engagement.
Thank you.
That was an absolutely legendary stream, boys.
Legendary stream. We're going to end it here. Thanks so much, everyone.